All right, I'm jumping on stream.
Mike.
Mike.
How's this gonna work? Greetings, commanders. All right, I don't know how many times I'm gonna keep doing that, but welcome to the live stream. All right, so just to kick this thing off right away and kind of get you guys caught up on what this is about, if you're not settled in and you're just clicking this video at random, sorry about the delay on the live stream there, but I wanted to do it live stream style to kind of tell you guys where I'm at. So if you've been following the channel for the last 10 days or so, I did kick the channel back up. I expressed an interest in doing Arc of War stuff, and I started learning the game again. I've had a lot of help from members of the community. I'll just ARP and Deranged and Odad and Yoda-Wise, Reginaldus, Badger. There's a whole list of people that have been helping out, and I really appreciate it, guys, getting me caught up. But there's a couple of things that I've been really toiling around. So I just kind of want to lay it on you guys heavy on the direction of the channel, right? So, and chat, I'm sorry if I'm not too interactive this time. I just want to lay this out because I don't want to make a series of videos and then kind of like drop them over the next few days like you normally would do it. I just kind of want to tell you guys that the reason I came back to Arc of War, you know, it wasn't a singular reason, right? It wasn't like, oh, I just want to get back to Arc of War. I don't care, you know? It wasn't that. Like, yes, it's nice to have a game. It's nice to have a passion and a hobby and something to get all caught up with. So there was that draw. Second was the YouTube channel and the community, right? Like having you guys, having a creative outlet, having things to present and be appreciated for and being a part of something. It's just good personal satisfaction, right? Good for the brain. Dopamine, right? Like feels good, right? And then there was like the downsides, right? Like where am I going to find the time? How am I going to get caught up? How am I going to settle my issues with 7 Pirates and the idea of what this game is, right? I have some personal issues with what this game actually is, right? I mean, let's be honest, right? This is a gambling game, right? With a luck-based game with a very high ceiling. And the reward is only just measures of personal success and meeting people along the way, which isn't really that hard to find in a video game, if we're being honest. So when I heard that Reginaldus and Yoda-Wise were making content and they were getting feedback from 7 Pirates and that 7 Pirates was looking to work with content creators, I got really excited because one of the biggest fights I've always had was that old saying, you know, if you're good at something, that's not even an old saying, the Joker, right? If you're good at something, never do it for free. And I'm gonna layer this talk with a couple of things, and I'm gonna start with the compensation, but I'm gonna there's gonna be some segues here about new content creators, and then the black meta, right? So I'm gonna be covering a lot of topics today to kind of get you guys caught up on what I've been doing. But the first thing I want to talk about is not doing something for free. Right now, some of you guys have seen my old videos where I was like running the explorers, right? So I'd go into explore and I'm like, what's the fastest way to collect all the magazines before they had this little convenient chest? I like speed running. I think the speed running community for all games is really cool for the most part, whether it be Mario Kart or StarCraft, original, Diablo. Diablo's a lot of great speed running. It's just a community of people that don't do it for the money. There's a passion, right? There's a passion. That's why you do a hobby. Right? And that's really why my success in this channel worked out, because I was just passionate about it. But there becomes a time where your passion becomes work. Like legitimately, you are doing hours every day collecting information, stuff you lose interest in maybe, and go, fuck man, like I gotta do that. It's like, dude, that's part of the thing. And it's like, I don't like that part of the thing. It's like, well, you gotta do it. And it's like, well, all right, I'll do it. But who's it really benefiting, right? You, the community a bit, but who's getting the most out of it, right? Seven Pirates is. Seven Pirates gets the most out of this channel. And I've always fought with them on compensating me for my time, my effort, my work. And I didn't come to them empty-handed. I didn't come to them with no skills, no videos, no subscribers, no arc, I didn't just roll up to an indie game company and go, hey, would you like to pay me to do stuff for your game? And they're like, well, what have you done? And it's like, well, nothing yet, but pay me and I'll do something. No, I didn't do that. I rolled in with a PhD. I had everything they could possibly want. And every video I made showing people how to use Bullet and Plasma and Ghillie and Galactic, everything I do makes them money. So in my mind, I'm just thinking, fuck, man, like, it's not right, right? It's not right to like do something for free when someone's making money off you. It's cool. It's cool if you're doing like a thing for a neighbor or a friend or just a good deed, right? Just do a good deed, you know, pay for someone's food behind you and fast food. It's no big deal. You know, you're just paying it forward. But this became a job, right? And it became useful. It became a marketing outlet. It generated revenue. So when I came to them and I was like, hey, kick me in on some of this. Hook me up with some stuff to make the new gear. Let me promote it. Give me some money. Like I want to commission artists. I want to, you know, host big events. Like my ambitions for this channel was always way bigger than what we have. I wanted to do live events. I wanted to have trophies made. I had a belt made. Remember the belt we had made? Oh, that was sweet. But Seven Pirates would never financially get behind me, right? And like every time I'd reach out to it, I could never get through to the right person either. It was like I was dealing with that first level support, sometimes second level, but they wouldn't give me their direct contact. And it always just kind of hurt. And I was like, you know what, man? Screw it. Just screw it. We don't need them. We'll just do Patreon. We'll do YouTube memberships and we'll do it on our own. We don't even need them. It's not like the channel needs that much money to keep going and make me happy, right? People are dropping thousands of dollars a month. What's an extra $10 to melt? You know, like that $10 gets me not only commitment from players, but also people want to start participating. Then I'm getting more replays. We're getting more ideas, getting invited to do more stuff. Like, so we're like, we don't even need Seven Pirates. We're doing this for us. And that went on for like a year and a half, almost 2 years. Remember the challenge coins? Those were sweet. Yeah, we had these challenge coins made. Seven Pirates didn't help us with any of that, you know? And it's like, you know what, man? If I was just doing a typical 9-to-5 and I had all my bills paid, I had zero debt, and I just wanted to give away my time and efforts to Seven Pirates because I wanted to, like, that's fine. You can do that, right? Do it because you want to start a YouTube channel. Do it because you're creative. Do it because you want to learn how to run a YouTube channel. But when the day stops and you look and you turn around and you've built a house, it's kind of like building a house, right? Like you say, like, oh, dude, I want to build a house one day. It's like, well, I don't know anything about building a house. It's like, dude, just buy a piece of land day by day. You know, dig out the foundations, measure it out, order the concrete, get a guy, finish the concrete with you, put all your steel and plumbing where it needs to be. Next thing you know, you got a foundation. It's like, sweet, man, I'm learning how to build a house. This is fun. You're doing it out of your own pocket. Now you go into your framing, right? Now you got your electrical in. Next thing you know, you're thinking, shit, I'm ready to throw the roof on this thing. You throw the roof on that thing, you put your air condenser or your air conditioner, your swamp cooler in, you throw all your shingles down. Shit, now you got a roof and a framed house and a foundation and plumbing and electrical, and you're thinking, All I got to do now is just a little stucco on the outside, a little drywall on the inside, throw a floor in, and baby, throw some doors and windows, and I got a house. And you do it. And a couple months later, 6 months later, there you go, man, you got a house. And you're like, well, that was fun. I totally learned how to build a house. This happened to me, by the way. So at the end of the day, you weren't doing it for profit. You were doing it to learn, but you still have a fucking house. You have a thing, and it's worth something. You're not just going to give it away. It means something to you. You put time and labor, and you spent that. So going back to that is, I don't know why I just can't get over it. I just can't, man. My time is worth money. Everyone's time is worth money. And I can't get over the fact that 7 Pirates won't support me. Not $1 a month. You know, my channel's not worth $1 a month to them. You guys want to see something funny? I think I showed this on the last stream. This is Yoda Wise's channel. Yoda Wise helped me get caught up. No, that's not going to work. There we go. Sorry, guys. Got my phones turned on here. Very unprofessional. All right. Actually, I don't even know how to silence this thing. This is an app. Let's see. Bear with me, guys. All right. Now, Yoda Wise, I was using his channel to get caught up on the meta, which was very useful, actually. It's nice to just have people talking Arc of War content. So whatever happens to my channel, subscribe to this guy. His stuff is good, man. Like, legit. Like, I'm amazed he has 345 subscribers. He should have well over 1,000, at least what I got. He's been doing it for the last year, 2 years. So give him a sub. And then also Reginaldus, he's a way better video editor than me. Creative, funny, clever, high-end meta stuff. Check him out too. The links are in the description below. And yeah, I just want to throw that out there so I don't get caught up in all my ranting about what's going on with the channel and my direction. I want to make sure these guys get respect and love, because a lot of what my channel does is it teaches players how to play the game, right? But at the same time, there is a certain level of community and commitment that comes with it. And these other channels have a lot of good knowledge. And if you feed them, right, get them the views, get them the support, get them the replays, and you'll start getting more out of them too. If they're up for it. I don't know. After this conversation, they might be depressed, but I'm hoping not. I'm going to bring Reginaldus on the live stream here in a little bit, because I want to talk about the black meta. But yeah, so I reached out to 7 Pirates because I've been thinking a lot about what I'm going to do with this channel, man. I love the channel. I love the love I got going back into this. But like, I don't want to do Patreon. And Jeremy, if you are hearing this, you subscribe to Patreon today for no reason, and I'm probably going to owe you a mug now. But I don't think I'm going to do Patreon, guys. I'm not going to do it, man. I think it's wrong, you know? Like, they should be paying for this. They should be doing it, right? We're out here pushing out all this content, changing the meta, telling people to buy items, showing them how to spend it, driving new players in, keeping old players around. It's not on us. It's on them. It is. And I'm just not doing it, man. It's wrong. It is so wrong. It irks me, man. Every time I get an email from them, it makes me sick, because there's no respect. There's so little care or commitment to what I'm doing. I got an email today saying they gave me a couple of new commanders. And I'm like, okay, Star Crusher, level A. Here's a brand new level A commander. And here's another level A commander. They gave me the Zodalus, right? The 2 new commanders. I actually think Star Crusher has some meta play, and I'll talk about him in a little bit. But it's like, what am I going to do with that, right? And like, to add on to this frustration, like, I'd already planned on doing this live stream, but to add on to this frustration, you know, I got my Bridge 22 today, and I go to my research tab, because now I can see the new troop AI, talent AI, right? Look at this. I got the armament module, and then it immediately opened up, and it's like infantry, defense, walker, airship. Okay, so I only have to do one of those, right? So there's 1,200 crystals, and then another 1,200 crystals, right? And then another 1,200 crystals, 3,600. So like what? Like $400 just to get to the energy module, right? And then I can start trying out all these new things: power of infantry, power of walker, power of airships. You know, to try all these things out, to show people how to do it, I either have to have the stuff. I always said never make a video about things you don't have, right? It's like doing an unboxing without a box. So I told them, I'm like, I'm not a high-end meta player. I'm not trying to zero arcs. I'm not trying to be a server boss. I'm not trying to be the Galactic Battle King. I just want to I want to solve the puzzle, baby. I want to figure it all out and pitch it to people. And in the process, people will buy your stuff. You'll launch something, they'll buy it because they know how to use it now. Things come out, no one knows how to use it. It's absurd that they even try to put things out without. If you're going to spend a month developing new items in a new meta, spend a couple $100 paying someone to tell people how to use it. All right, I'm getting mad. I'm getting angry. I'm just going to slow down for a second. All right. So going back to what I do, right? Like, why am I getting so caught up on this? You never cared about it in the past. Well, that's just kind of how things develop, right? Like, you get better at things, and we live in a time where, like, let's just straight up be like, let's be Americans for a second. Anyone that's not American may not understand this, but like in the 1950s, like the economy and the inflation is so bad that in the 1950s, if you just had a blue collar job, you could easily afford to have a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house and 2 cars paid off by the time you were 40. How many people, and there's a lot of rich people that play this game, how many people have a partner, so your expenses are half, 2 jobs in the family, and are still struggling to get a basic middle income house, just middle of the road suburbia house? How many? How many people do you know if you're not one of them? It is common. If you are not a drug addict, not a felon, and you have a wife and a husband working 2 jobs, you should be rich, not just middle class. You should be rich, right? Like, it is alarming how retirement is unfathomable for a lot of people to even grasp. 401ks got liquidated in the last recession. They're going to get liquidated in this next recession. America is not what it used to be. You cannot afford to work for free. You just can't. You shouldn't do it, and you should never support an employer or a company that asks you to work for free. Ever. It goes again. I'm not a pro-union guy. I don't even know the history of unions, but I do know that at the top of these companies, these big contracts, especially government contracts, these guys are making so much money, the little guys deserve something. Why? Because it's your money. Government contracts come from tax dollars. I'm just saying, fight for what you're worth. And if you don't get it, walk away. And you know what? If somebody scabs in and fills your spot, fuck them. Oh, can I say that? I know I'm not allowed to say the C virus on YouTube. They straight up said you'll get your live stream kicked off or something. Can't talk about that. Censorship's getting weird, man. Jesus. So anyway, right? So it's like, well, Melt, if you don't want to do Ark of War for free, what are you going to do? I want to show you guys what I do, man. I'm super pumped about it. I kind of want to brag because I've had so much fun doing it. And it's been amazing. And this is building number 2. So when I quit last time, it's because I bought a business. I bought a laundromat and a car wash in a small town because I can't afford to buy anything around here. So I moved to a small town 3 hours away, living in a motorhome. So I bought that business. I'm still in debt for that business, by the way. Then I bought another one. Every day I wake up at 7 a.m., play with my kids, do my day job. At 9 o'clock, I have a meeting at my dad's house. My dad's a general contractor. We've been building for a decade now. Sorry, Badger, I know that was the first image, was a toilet on here. All right. So every day I get to spend it working with my dad. And we do wild shit, man. We bought this building, totally run down. Old laundromat in it. We put a new one in, and there's 4 units, right? I think I showed Badger all these things. So he's like, I've already seen this. Skip ahead, skip ahead. But this is am I going the wrong way? I'm going the wrong way. All right, so it was cool, right? Like, who would ever take on a project where the roof is caved in, the plumbing and septic is destroyed, electrical's exposed everywhere, the floors are ransacked, windows are all boarded up, broken. And I was like, well, we could do it. We could do it. It's just one bite at a time. How do you eat a whale, right? One bite at a time. Just every day, one thing. Just pick one thing and just start doing it. And I had to learn a lot of stuff again, but like, I got good at 3-phase electrical. That's a new skill. Just because of my 3-phase electrical skills, I was able to start installing electric vehicle chargers. I got 2, one in my house, one in my other house now. Actually, one in my third house. I put 2 in for some neighbors that have electric vehicles. You know, you're learning really cool life skills, and you're making friends along the way. You know, and I just do that stuff for free. Someone's got an EV and they don't have a 240, I'll go put it in for them just because that's what's up. That's, you know, it's like a little gift. Congrats for joining us. You know, so it's like, what am I going to do if it's not Arc of War? Dude, I'm going to keep doing shit like this. This makes money. You know, this is like valuable life skills. If 7 Pirates wants my time and effort, or anyone's time and effort for that matter, they should be compensated. So, I don't know, man. All right, so that was the rant I wanted to have. Bottom line is like, what does Melt's channel look like coming forward? Dude, I don't think it's optimistic. I was really optimistic coming back because I was like, 7 Pirates clearly knows that marketing is necessary. They pay a ton of money on Google ads. They have programs set up to give people in-game items. But the bottom line is I can't do what my channel does for free. I can't do Tuesday Newsday, meme review, replay of the week, collecting all the videos. It's work. It's just a lot of work, and I'm not willing to do it for free. Not to mention, if I want these things, right? If I want these things to be able to show everyone, I gotta pay for it? Dude, I gotta pay for it to make videos for you? Dog. Get real. Get real. You're crazy. And the fact that, like, I don't know, man, maybe I overestimate myself, right? At the end of the day, like, what if I'm just wrong? Like, what if really, like, dude, you don't make us that much money. It's not that valuable to us. You know, at the end of the day, what if they're like, dude, you're way overestimating what you do. We don't need you to do it. All right, maybe they're right. Maybe they're right. But the bottom line is that I don't believe that's true. I think the reason they don't care is because I did it for free for so long, they're expecting me to keep doing it for free. And that's just not going to happen, man. The only reason I did it for free for so long was because I loved it. And then when I got to the point when I realized I was making them a lot of money and they wouldn't meet me halfway, that's when things got a little sour. So, yeah. So, more on that to come. I don't know what that's going to look like. And in the meantime, I think I just messed up my Streamlabs. There we go. I don't know what that's going to look like, man. I don't know. And honestly, the game... Well, Badger, you know, you might be right. Maybe I'm not impacting the whale's spending. But if I'm impacting the way everyone else is spending, the big players need guilds, right? And if the middle and the bottom of the guild's falling out because they have nothing to play, they didn't know how to use Plasma or Bullet or Rock or any of these Swede commanders, Hancock, like if they don't have the lower or middle players, the big players kind of fall off, which is fine because a lot of them just jumped into mega guilds. But what ends up happening over the next year or two when there's no one else to play around with? I think, and I definitely think it affects the bigger players, right? If one of the expensive rich players sees another rich player's video or sees me showing them how to build it, there's a lot more confidence in that. You know, like not everybody has a guild of guys they truly trust for builds. Or how many times have you trusted somebody in your guild to build a commander a certain way and you drop like $1,000 on an item to realize you're level 40 Eye of Greed troops, or level 40, what's that infantry helm? That only, yeah, Wrath of the Stars. Congrats, infantry doesn't use damage reduction troops, or they might now, they never did. But if you put a lot of money into this thinking, oh, 7 Pirates just launched it, it's got to be good. My buddy in my guild told me this is the next big thing, and then you realize no one uses this? It's happened, man. Yeah. 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 All right. So let's talk meta, right? So like I was talking to Raziel yesterday and trying to corner him on what is the meta, what is it, right? Like for a long time it was Golem airships, right? That was the tier 1 early game meta. Then it was the Roger, Boss Rogers, classic meta. Then Elf kind of took over, you know, but there was still a little bit of Rogers, and Swede became a thing. It started mixing up, you know, the rock, paper, scissors mechanism started working. And then now it seems like the agreement is, amongst most of the players I've talked to, is that black with Canes, power of airships, tier 12, accuracy troops, maybe a mix of troops. I'm missing something else that makes black really powerful. But he is the one you can't just easily counter. You can't just easily counter black. If he's sitting in a capital or a galactic battle and you see a black there is no instant, oh, send that. It seems to be like, ooh, you can take a den out of him with this guy, or you can take a den out with this guy, and then I'll follow up with this. There isn't like a concise, this is the guy. So that's the meta I wanted to solve. I was like, well, I need to start somewhere, and I need to catch up with everything. So let's start there. That seems to be the main problem. Well, I think it's really simple, and I wanted to break this kind of down the way I see it, right? For your own sake, for anyone that's interested in, is my head opaque? Hold on a second. I'm gonna fix my webcam. It looks opaque. Screw it. We'll just go with it. Black's thing is he gets power off of the existing defense of his troops, and he turns it into attack, right? That's the gimmick. So he stacks up as much defense as he can, which makes him a super tank, and then, with the best offense, all that defense becomes damage. So what do? You just stack up penetration and defense. Maybe some damage reduction too, right? Because he needs the defense, but the troops also have a ton of defense. He hits so hard, it's like you can even just go penetration, damage reduction. You don't even have to stack defense. You get enough elsewhere, right? And then his other healing, or his other ability is increases his own defense, right? And accuracy. But he doesn't have a guaranteed hit. Well, it's like, that's not a big deal. With Scorpios and Geminis and your fourth skill, I think they run, what's Raymond's skill as his fourth, his guaranteed hit. So that's the guy. Well, okay, so he's got a ton of defense, right? So how do you kill somebody with a ton of defense? Well, you either have penetration or you use a skill that ignores defense. Okay, so infantry is supposed to be the counter to airship. Who has an ignore defense skill? Not Stella, right? What about the new one? That new chick everyone keeps talking about. Puppet Master, right? Puppet. I don't have a puppet. And I hear she's good against him, but not a great counter. Kind of a coin flip, right? So she has a substitute puppet that will eat damage. So she has like a shield, right? And then she has part of her attack is not affected by damage reduction. Okay, so she has to run pen gear still. So she doesn't even hit that hard. Right? Like, well, ignore some HP, but she doesn't have like a huge damage ramp. Well, why not Gilly? That's my question. Why not Gilly? So that's what I wanted to focus on. Now, there is comments I haven't looked into this, but I'm just thinking, it seems obvious. It's got to be Gilly, right? Gilly has 90% on nonviolent resistance. That's the way to do it. Get around black. Just smash him. Just smash him. What troops to use? Probably the dodge heal troops if you can survive a hit. If not, maybe the accuracy troops, right? I don't have them. I don't know. I'm going to bring Reginald in on this because that's kind of where I want to go with this chat. And you guys would not believe. So for all the players that I've asked about this, and like my Discord just, man, I love Discord, but man, there's a lot going on there, a lot of messages. So everyone I've talked to, everyone I asked this question to gave me a different answer of who the solution to Black with Canes is. Not a single person agreed. And obviously there wasn't enough people to go. I think I asked 5 people. 5 people gave me different answers. One of the answers was ridiculous. I didn't even believe it, but it came from the biggest player in the game. So, all right. No one had replays. That's what kills me, is everyone had a theory and an opinion and wisdom. Like, oh, I've seen this. Like, dude, get replays. Replays. Show us gear, show us skills, show us the troops. We need data, right? Because just a few different research points can make a huge difference. And then, yeah, like ARP saying, Gilly's only good because of preemptive. It's like, really? Because you can put wings on her and nonviolent resistance. 2 of the most powerful skills in the game. Gilly has to be better than that. She has to be. I don't care what anyone says. I've been playing this game long enough. Gilly is a main commander in this game. I just know it. No one else has figured it out. No one else is saying this is the boss build. There's a boss build for Gilly. But I can't show you it. I'm not going to throw down 5 or 6 grand just to get the gear and another 10 grand. I don't even know. Probably 5 or 10,000 for the research. Who knows what it would be. But if 7 pirates won't give it to me, and I don't already have it, I can't show it. So we just throw our hands up and say someone else has got to take the risk. I mean, what a bunch of horse crap this is, where they release a new item and they're just like, yeah, it sounds pretty good, right? Buy it. And you're like, are you sure it's good? Because like buying it is going to cost me at least $100, and then by the time I have the item all set up, I'm going to be into it another 500 to 1,000, and then you don't even know how good it really is, because you kind of have to max out everything, including the Soul Stone, Geist Stone, and the fourth one, Spirit Stone. So it's like you're taking huge risks. And like sometimes they'll do these videos on their own channel where they're just like, hey, here's a new commander, use this gear. And it's like, dude, are you sure? Like, are you sure? Because even if you had to build the army of troops to go with it, and granted, you don't have to run full marches for that, but I digress. I will slow down. Reginaldus.
Yeah.
Do you go by Reggie? Reggie's a better name.
Yeah. Reggie. Well, the thing is, let me just start by saying this. Thank you for this funny greeting. But the thing is, Reginaldus stands for wisdom ruler. Like if you actually Google it, it's not like some super made up name. And you know, in a game like this, I feel it's just right. You know, it's like a tactics game, so you just got to use your wisdom. You know, so I felt that the name was very fitting for myself.
All right, we're gonna fact check that.
Yes, Google it right now. Pull it up. Yo, can I see screen share?
It means king. The meaning of Reginald is king.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Latin.
pull it up. Yeah, pull it up. No, but can you screen share me your end? Because the stream is probably a little bit behind. Or
it should be popping up now. I don't know where you got wisdom from.
No. Reginaldus. Are you spelling it right? It's U.S. at the end, not Reginald. U.S. Reginaldus.
Are you sure you don't have that mixed up with a different Latin word?
Nah, bro. You want me to Google it?
I think I'm right on this. I think I'm right.
Oh my god, that'd be funny.
Anyway, before we jump into the meta, I want to brag real quick and show everyone all the crap I did to build this building. And I want to show you guys the final result. I finally got it open. That was like a week before I came down here. Ta-da! What do you know? All right, high excitement. Okay. All right, so when we try to redefine, we're not going to try to redefine Reginaldus, but if you do find somewhere it says wisdom, you let me know.
It does. Anyway, we can move forward. Yes, we digress.
Yeah, that's right.
But yes, the meta. I think the answer that I sent you was more than efficient. Which was that black has no guaranteed hit outside of
Scorpio.
If you take away the fourth skill and the
Gemini.
gems, he has no guaranteed hit. So then for that first round, you just gotta cripple him enough so that with dodge and just high attack. And I said you could pretty much do it because you brought into the equation that you gave me was what was it? That new item that's really broken, Broken Fortress?
Yeah.
Correct? All right.
Well,
because you brought that. Yeah, because you brought that into the equation, you have to add Fumahawk, which is that new penetration helm.
Yeah.
So you sacrifice 2% penetration on the helm and go down to 4% penetration, but you're getting 10% damage reduction. It's like the opposite of damage reduction. Like you get to blow through damage reduction by 10%.
Right.
And that's universal. So then you start to see, Dragon Slayer back in the meta. Then you start to see Black. That's why he comes back. But to beat Broken Fortress, no matter who you put it on, you're looking at Sister Wolf from my Walker heads out there. She ignores damage reduction and she has 100% accuracy. So you could essentially just throw Devastation Helm, 2 Titans, freaking Overlord, or just throw whatever you want on there and just blow through people. Because she's ignoring damage reduction with her first skill, and then you add Fumahawk, it's gonna damn near get into, I think with her, it's gonna be 40 to 50%, but with Mechanical Puppet, he gets up to 70% damage. He gets to blow through damage reduction 70%. So, that's like a new meta. I feel that came through. Mel, did you notice that?
No, it's new to me. It's all new to me.
Think about this. The first think about it in waves, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at Airship was the only one who had abilities dealing with damage reduction. When we're talking about Regina, we're talking about what's it called? His name? Rogers. We're talking about I think there was one more, right? That had something to do with damage reduction and stacking.
There were some low-level commanders that they didn't get very high.
Yes, but yes, with it, I felt like Airship got it first, But now, I'm gonna go ahead and patch you up to where it's like it's a new wave of damage reduction of like yeah, damage reduction. So right now we have the new form of damage reduction in the form of an item, which is Broken Fortress. But then Walker got a new form of a damage reduction in two forms. Zeliotis, the new fat Beerus looking commander, he actually adds a status quo, which is a really this is gonna be the Stella wings of walkers. But what it does is it gives you damage reduction for every time a skill is triggered. So it's literally like the opposite of wings. Opposite wings gives you more damage, potentially with every trigger. Meanwhile, Ziliolis, whatever his name is, gives you more damage reduction with every trigger that your opponent has. So that was the first one, and then you have
Mm-hmm.
what's the other new Walker commander? Uh,
Um.
Cassius.
Okay. I got
Um,
Zodilus now.
Yeah, that fat. Oh wow, yeah. His first skill is the one that you want. Every time your opponent triggers a skill, it goes up to like 3%, essentially, when you put it on somebody else at 30%. But at 60 on himself, it probably goes up to 6%.
Mm.
Status quo. But when you get a chance, go to Cassius. Cassius's first skill is essentially. I think people are sleeping on Cassius's first skill.
Mm-hmm.
And for the Walker heads, you should be drooling right now. I'm talking Walker meta right now, and how they got their splash of damage reduction, and then we're gonna hit Infiltrate.
Mm-hmm.
Infantry, the real short answer is people are sleeping on Comet Caesar. The Comet Caesar skill, if your opponent, it's niche, but it's a very interesting niche. If your opponent is running two true types, let's say they just have I don't know tier 12 what's it called tier 12 bonus crit troops in the back like the red ones, and in the front they have the regeneration. If your opponent has that, and you go ahead and put one troop out, and you put a whole bunch of damage reduction gear, 100% at the start of the match, Comet Caesar can reach 100% damage reduction, and
Mm-hmm.
no one's talked about it. It's like
Yeah.
no one wants the.
So
It's the
that's
second one.
yes.
It's the second skill.
Yeah, so
Lightning
that's
piercing.
that's the
No
thing
one's
about
talking
damage
about it.
reduction, right? Is it additive? Like, can you get to 100 by just adding up all the different damage reduction from gear and skills, or do
Yes.
you get to like 90% and
No, no, no.
then?
It's all right. Even before you left, even you going as far as back to your videos, on stream, I remember in your video you put 70% damage reduction was capable with like we're talking about with the Hall, we're talking about with the three-piece Cassiopeia, we're talking about the headpiece of either Lucky Nodding at like 40 and let's say Fearless at 40. That's 70 at total. Just leave it at that 70. That second skill of Comet Caesar will actually jump up to 30% at level 60, and it's 100% at the start of the match.
Mm-hmm.
No one has one replay with this shit. Like, come on, y'all. And mind you,
Right,
I have it.
right.
you know.
Yeah, so that's the thing, right? Like, I think you're onto something huge right there. Like, listen, guys. First off, Reggie has a channel. You can subscribe to it. It's in the link below. What he's saying right now needs to be his next video. Everyone needs to prod him for this. If I don't do it, right? Maybe we'll both do it. Shit, all three. Yoda did a video on this. Point is, we need the replay. Like he said, at level 60, this goes to 60% damage reduction or
Yeah.
30%.
30%. It's
30% damage
30%.
reduction on a
Yeah, actually,
skill plus the
100%.
gear gets you to 100, which means Comet Caesar might be damage immune.
Exactly. And you see, but here's the thing. It shifts the meta slightly because you still remember, I told you everybody got their splash of damage reduction. I mean, look, the devs basically said, hey, look, we're gonna give everybody some way to just be completely 100% damage reduction. And look, the first way was Broken Fortress. That's the universal way. Airship units already had Rogers and Regina,
Mm-hmm.
right? Funny enough, right? My name. And then what's it called? Walkers just got Stelios with the status quo, and they just got the other guy, Cassius. Both of those characters give walkers a skill that gives you massive damage reduction. So
Mm-hmm.
you can reach from that 70, you can reach 100. With status quo, basically, with status quo, you need 10 triggers, and that equals 30%
Please
damage
stop
reduction,
asking
and
me.
it
Yeah.
doesn't fall off, because you're picking it up as a fourth skill. So that's how everybody in the Walker class now reaches 100% damage reduction. You just add in status quo.
All right. So
But problem is,
yeah,
yeah,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. One sec.
Problem is what? Problem is what?
Problem is, Zeliotis doesn't come into the gate as much as like you Gilly right now.
Oh,
Gilly's come
events.
into the gate and the events twice. Like
Yeah.
put Zeliotis in there. Let me go ahead and get that thing to level 30.
So
You know
to
what I mean?
add to that, like so people are wondering,
Mhm.
like, if anyone's watching this live stream going like, wait a minute, hold on a second, I don't care what these idiots are talking about. I might be able to use this for Arc of War, but like, I want to see the data. Show me the commander, show me the items, show me the research, show me the math that gets me there, and then show me a replay. That's what
Mhm.
I want to see. Okay? I can do
Absolutely.
that. Reggie can do that. But we've got
To
to
an extent.
have it. And it's not
To an
like it
extent.
used to be. Let me
Mhm.
rant this. It's not like it used to be. Back in the day when I wanted to show somebody a commander breakdown, all I had to do was go, here's Rogers, here's his gill, here's his gear, here are the gems. All right, that's all I had to show him because that was the only part of the equation. Now there was a haul. I had to consider the haul, but back then everyone was using APOC. And in my later videos, we changed halls, and I would say use this hall, right? But nowadays, you have to deal with Research Lab 22 and troop talents, which is fine. It's just more to add to the equation, but it needs to be visualized. And you can't visualize what airship nemesis damage bonus is to infantries by looking at a commander sheet. You have to like break it out and start writing this shit down. You can't do that without having it. I can't do it. I'm the big picture guy. I've got to have it all in front of me. So all this locked stuff, it's useless for a guy who teaches the game. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. I'll get off my. So what you're saying about Zodalis, Comet Cesar, and there's got to be a new airship com too. Is it really there needs to be like a giant white sheet, just a backboard with like each commander in each corner, all their gear stacked up, and then which troops they use to kind of counter each other in the circle. That's all it needs. That's what we need, right? That's basic data gathering and presentation. That's what I want. Are you with me, Reggie? Did I lose you?
Oh no, absolutely, I'm here with you, brother.
All
And
right.
I was just saying that the fans are gonna get what they want. I had muted myself by accident, but the fans are gonna get what they want. I'm low key that there's some things in the works that's gonna be that sheet that Melton is talking about, where players are now gonna be able to think to themselves like, okay, I know now from what Reginaldus and Melt have put out, and the new body of work that's probably gonna come out in 2 weeks or so. That you guys are really going to be blown away with what we've done for you. To put the meta together and to really shape it. And the walkers out there, once again, stay drooling. Yo, I'm playing walkers. I have the information that you guys have. I have the mentality, along with the infiltrating airship. So, well, this is big. What do you like to call it, Mel? Big picture.
Yeah, big picture. Put it in front of me. Show me a replay. Show me the proof. And so you're saying 2 weeks, you might have something big for the community?
Oh, absolutely. I'm whipping out. I think I've said it in the comments. I'm whipping out a infantry walker and airship meta video. Each one dedicated to themselves. And in the video, what I can guarantee everybody is just a tier list, a tier list that you can look at and visually remember, like, okay, this is where this character stands right now in the meta. And I'm gonna leave a lot of room for creativity because let's not become box troops mentally. You understand what I mean? We don't want to come to the mentality, okay, this is what they posted, this is the only thing that can be run. That's not necessarily true. You know what I mean? There's more tests to be run, and it's up to you to do that due diligence.
Dude, I think one of the problems with the meta the way it is that the game has to evolve, the game has to change, the game has to get better. That's just how any game is expected to grow in the modern age. This is not true for gaming in general, right? Chess, Diablo 2, StarCraft, Brood War, these games never change and they still do great, except they don't make any money. So when your game model is our game's free, but our items cost money, in order to get more money, they got to keep making new items, and the new items got to be better than the old items. If you can't prove to your players that your items are better than the previous generation and they're not organized, like this is a tier 5 weapon, it's always better. Like all the weapons have max 4% penetration, the first gen penetration weapons and the fourth gen penetration. But if you don't prove it to your players and you force them to spend the money and they get burned by you, right? What happens? You end up getting players that are jaded, that quit, that get frustrated with the game, they're hate players, And then also, they don't want to buy the new stuff as it comes out. There's a general negative vibe towards the company. Um, and how do you fix it? You just put out the right content. Like, it's, to me, it just seems so bizarre that when the developers are making all these items, that they literally just don't have a max level character for all the commanders, but at least the most recent ones. The top 5 airship comms with their best gear, the top 5 infantry, the top 5 walkers, and give people, right? Give that to them. Don't expect them to pay the money to figure out and get burned, right? That's my biggest gripe, because they have to keep changing the meta. They have to keep selling items. They have to keep changing the game. But when they do, they really need to convince people this is worth buying, and they don't. They don't.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And that's just where we come in, where some people see opportunity, where some people see obstacles, some people see opportunities,
Mm-hmm.
and that has been our niche so far, just filling that void to give you guys something to throw on at like 1 a.m. at night when you're like, yo, I want to think or talk about Arc of War, but I don't know anybody. Throw on Mel. I've done it. I've thrown a fireside chat. That's how I learned about guilds, guild management, and a bunch of things.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, I remember that video. That one. Don't be loyal. Don't be loyal, or be loyal. Um,
No, but absolutely. Look at the new character. Like, you see that new chick? Her name is Eon or something like that. She's supposed to be a cheap 100% penetration. That's
mm-hmm.
essentially what she is. If you look at the skill there, it gives you penetration and attack.
Mm-hmm.
The average player is probably getting their pen gear to probably like 35, just like shy of that 100% pen. But with that character, you're going to be able to reach 100% pen.
Yeah.
And that's the newest air commander. Now watch, this is what I was talking about. They gave everybody damage reduction, infantry, Commissar, walkers, Stelios whatever, the big fat guy, you know what I'm talking about. And then Cassius, and then airship, they didn't need to do it because they had Rogers and Regina. So I felt like they just found a new way to give, everybody something. It looks like they're just circling out the map to
Mm-hmm.
make sure, like airship, you have something really cheap. Good. We're gonna give it to Walker. We're gonna give it to infantry. For example, uh, Walkers. You guys have Elf. She's really cheap. She does like true damage, which is like HP true damage with curse. Good. We're gonna give it to airship with Orochi. You know what I mean? And so it's like and then you look at the latest infantry commander. The new infantry commander basically has curse.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they give what's good about every class to every other class eventually. And that's
Mm-hmm.
where we're at right now.
So there always needs to be either balance or a king, right? Like, the game either needs to be
Hmm.
balanced where it's a rock paper scissors, or
Hmm.
there is an established king. And I had this like rant about Rogers when this first happened, when Rogers became the big boss, and it was always just Rogers versus Rogers, and battles were timing out in galactic battles. Reinhardt hadn't quite been figured out. Steam Cannon wasn't available on anyone except Full Metal, but he never hit hard enough to really be utilized. Then they let the 4th skill come into play. And we were like, okay, all right. So Rogers is relying on his damage not from Tyrant Cometh, but from the tier 12 HP Tear Space troops. But he doesn't hit hard enough to kill Elf. Well, it doesn't matter because Rogers goes immune and Elf's spell damage doesn't hurt him, and her Tear Space doesn't break through his damage or his 100% damage reduction. And then all of a sudden, they gave Steam Cannon that 4th augment to Elf, so she would just debuff Rogers and wreck him. She would just melt him with her curse and her Tear Space, and all of a sudden it was like, how do we answer Elf? There was no answer for Elf for one of the galactic battles. It was just steam cannons, right, to get her heal off of her, and then surviving through it. Reinhardt kind of did okay, but I think she still healed through him, but he wouldn't, as long as he didn't hit her. It was a weird meta, which was fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay if the player base says, this is the big boss, how do I fix it? How do I solve it? It inspires creativity. But now, the way the game is set up now, for me to want to explore that, you could have explored the in-game meta on a tier 2 account. When I got into it and I got big, I was on advanced troops already. The advanced troops now are so far into the game that I can't just jump back in, not without throwing down a major credit card. So ultimately, 7 Pirates has made my channel kind of useless. Like, I can still do what I do by bringing Reggie on and bringing on some of the biggest players in the game and seeing if they're willing to divulge their secrets or try to get replays from them. But if I can't do it, produce my own content from my channel, and I have to use everyone else's stuff, what about their time? How many times can I bug somebody for a replay? You know, like, yeah, they're happy to do it for the first, second, and third time. Maybe when they get hosted on a live stream or they get shouted out. After 6 months, they're just like, their guildmates are like, bro, don't talk to Melt. You know, that Reinhardt build is fucking us up now, and we're going into the semis, you know, like, it becomes a problem. So there's a conflict of interest because these guys have tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands into their accounts. So it's like Seven Pirates needs to be responsible for publishing their content so that the players really don't get attacked for doing it. Because Reggie, I'm telling you, man, it's coming. You start talking about it's coming, dude. The hate's gonna come your way a little bit.
No, absolutely. But at the end of the day, what you know what I mean? At some age, you just basically come to the point that it's just like, you know what I mean? You can't please everybody. You already understand that. But I'd rather have that hate and have a more healthier community. You
Right,
understand
right,
what I'm saying?
right.
So at the end of the day, it's like the hate that they bring doesn't outweigh the benefit
I'm
that waits in the near future.
on a
So.
spiritual level, I'm with you. But going back to the problem I have is if I'm depending on those guys for their replays, their information, their content, and they don't want to talk to me anymore, yeah, I'm like, dude, I'm not upset that some guy I don't know doesn't like me anymore, even though we used to be friends. It's that I don't have the assets to provide to the community anymore coming into the next season, right?
Oh, absolutely. You know what it is? Low key, this game is very, like long term, right? And what it comes down to at the end of the day is, I know that how I have myself mapped out, that I know that given 2 years, and with the help of the devs and the community, which I will be, soon you guys will see how I'm gonna be. You guys are gonna be able to go ahead and help me help you. You know what I mean? But yeah, in 2 years, I should have an account where I will be able to test everything because there was a concept that I was telling you about before, how like every account has the same items, like almost no matter what you play, you're gonna have that one tanky character on your account if you
Mm-hmm.
like tanks, right? Where you go like two assault shields, but you went two eternal barriers first, and then you had like the Nox Nixaw dodge pants, and there was that one build, and then you have the attack build where you went from like Titans. I'm sorry, we went from Thunders to Titans. No, Thunders to Apocalypse to Titans,
Mm-hmm.
and then you got your Devastation Helm. And then you went from what was it, Eye of Abyss to Devastation Helm, and basically everybody has like those sets, and then you got your pen set. Those like these sets, a sweet set. These sets are on everybody's account, no matter what you play.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm basically saying this for is, once my account gets to a certain point, where all my sets are, at that 40, 35 level, I will be able to swap commanders in and just have like level 60 skills and then run those tests. If you
In
follow me,
two
Mel.
years, though.
Yeah, but it's with the help of the devs, but the community will have it to an extent. It's the best that I can do. I can't, if these top end players don't want to provide, I can't, meet them too. But I will say this: you look at my comments on some of my pages. Some of the people are loving the low levelness, man. I have some free to play players. Some guy was 8 mil. Yeah, commented that he was like, "Yo, thank you. I found your channel. I'm 8 mil power, and it's just glad I have somebody in my range." You know what I mean? And then I had another guy who was like 15 mil. Same comment. Glad I seeing an Arc of War player in my range.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing that you and I both cover really well. The deep end and then like the early mid.
Yeah, yeah, and those are the most. I mean, honestly, in some respect, those are the most important players for Seven Pirates, right? They need those guys that are into the millions of powers, going, "Oh, I want to start spending and getting to this level." Right? Every time you make a video advertising a commander, people spend, right? People don't watch our videos on accident. They come looking for information to push them over the top to say, "Ah, this is how you do it." All right, I'm building it. They load their game back up and they start looking for that item and those gems and they start repurposing. They start salvaging their old gear. Like, that's a spending thing, right? So when you say Seven Pirates is going to help of the devs, I know what you mean by help of the devs. They've helped my account substantially in the past. And it was always a fight to get to the top of the, not even the top of the meta, just to get to the current meta. Not even the top of the class, not even mid-range of the class. But their current promo, right? They have a Facebook promo going. If you do so many videos, they'll give you 10,000 of this. If you go so many videos this, they'll give you 10,000 of that.
Hmm.
None of those incentives that I saw one were financial, right? So you're only doing it for fake items. You're doing it for game items. And two, none of them were the crystals that get you to the next tier, which I think is the most important thing at the end of the day. If you don't, it doesn't matter if you have the best gear and the most bots and melange. If you don't have the right tier troop and research, you're dead. Now you can do low level stuff, mid game stuff, and stuff your range, but for me, I'm not interested in that as much anymore. I mean, to some extent I'm interested, but really, what really keeps me rooted is going all the way. I want to see it all the way. I want to have the whole thing figured out. If I can't see the whole thing and put it all together, like how do you, I need the foundation to like be able to explain everything. And without that, it's like I just feel like I'm missing things constantly. And I honestly, dude, I like you're saying about how you're going to do the tiers. Like, okay, you start with your Thunders, and then you go to Titans, and then you go to the next gear. Like the attack gear just keeps scaling up through tiers. That's not really established in their gear. If you look at the handbook, it doesn't really say which each tier is. You can kind of figure it out on your own, but you can also hit a straight up wall, like Plasma. Plasma was a great example. How a lot of players had a really high level Plasma from season maybe 4 until season 9. And then all of a sudden, everyone realized Plasma cannot do anything. With penetration and dodge troops, maybe he's going to make a comeback, but a lot of people had a lot of money in Plasmas that just disappeared. I'm one of them. It hurt me.
Did you see, real quick, did you see Quantum Module?
Quantum Module, no.
Yeah, go to the, the Fort Ship upgrade, and then second tab at the bottom.
Yeah, Plasma's item.
Yeah, go to Plasma's item. I really do believe. You remember those? All right, look, I'm gonna throw some stuff out there for the community. Guys, if you go back to what I was saying earlier about the sets that everybody should have on their accounts, I'm just gonna go ahead and keep it 100 because I want this community to be healthy. I want this community to be strong. One of the sets that should be you should basically have an attack set. You should have a sweet set. You should have a penetration sweet set, or be working on one. That one's kind of more flexible. But anyway, outside of that, you're either gonna have an accuracy set, you're gonna have a dodge set, and then you're gonna have and the reason why we're talking about all these sets, guys, is because if you're playing the game at this highest level, and I think Melt will agree, you're not gonna basically say, you know what, my Gilly, I'm gonna have her go fight this Reinhardt, but this Reinhardt's for example, he's I'm not hitting him hard enough. So but I have attack gear on. Well basically there's some scenarios where you could just take off the attack gear and actually put pen gear on Gilly, which you've seen Gillies do. There's like two type of Gilly players right now. There's the Gilly players that put on pen gear because they want that penetration all the time, and they actually see a lot more wins doing that than relying on the non-violent resistance, and that is a thing. You guys can definitely see it in the All Star People's Gear. You've seen it, and that's what I'm getting at. There's some cases where yeah, the pen gear will bring you the win more consistently, but there are other cases, extreme cases in Elf. Like in Elf, like for example, where no, you need that attack gear plus that pen to get through this character. You understand what I'm saying, Elf? Like, Mel, I think you would agree, right?
Yeah. There's definitely a mixing of going on because right, if nonviolent resistance is a 40% trigger rate, and you have plus trigger rate gear and hull on, even 50%, that means half the time you're not doing jack crap. You may as well run penetration too.
Exactly, and if that's only and then we're talking about that particular niche, that particular situation. Now, for example, flip, you're not going to be thinking regarding pen gear versus attack gear if what's in the capital or what's in your way is a sister wolf with no pen and just attack. You're not going to go, oh, I'm going to go the ghillie with the pen gear. No, take that pen gear off that ghillie, put that attack gear on that ghillie. And it's the same thing when you go against, let's say, black, for example. You might have that same attack gear, you might have that pen gear, but for black, you might want to throw on some dodge gear. You understand what I'm saying? It's just so that's what me and Mel and I feel even Badger touched on that. That's what we're trying to go ahead and let you guys know. By that, there's different sets that should be on everybody's account, and you should be swapping the set. You know what I mean? And even swapping your formations because you might have gems that look at Sister Wolf. One of the reasons why Sister Wolf can beat Reinhardt so consistently is the damage she deals off of lost HP and the damage reduction that she blows through. Right now, you take that and you throw the proper set on her. It's the best way I like to put it. These are recipes, and you just need to add the final like whipped cream. You know what I mean? The final Parmesan cheese. It's you know what I mean to really be the delicate answer.
Let me throw something useful to the stream out here, because I actually don't remember ever doing a video on this. But if you go into All-Star Contest and you click on whatever player you want, like say like the top 10 players, for example, let's grab let's put Gan in the spotlight. I don't want to throw too much shade at Odad for showing off all of his gear. Here's Gan, right? So here's the top 15 commanders in Gan's lineup. Now these players, right, these are the biggest players in the game. Best troop lineups in the game. Best PvP lineups in the game. And I don't think All-Star factors in your haul. Let me check that real quick. Oh, yeah, it does. You get to choose your haul in All-Star. All right, so check this out. It's like a true simulation. And maybe that's part of why I'm not hitting the stride I want with my channels, because I want to have the stuff to show it. And in reality, I can see everyone's stuff if I really want to. It doesn't help the players to teach them new stuff if they already have it, but if one of the top players puts it in their all-star lineup, we can see it. So look at, for example, here's Gan's lineup. Here's his black. All right. He's running tier 12, all three different types in his lineup. He's running a mix of gear. It's a Broken Fortress level 50. I don't even recognize the names of those pants, dude. You can't highlight them, see them. You have to go into your thing to figure it out. But Awakening Dodge, 5 pieces of max level equipment. Overall, so he gets a bonus for max level equipment. Is that a thing? I think.
I can't see.
Yeah, I think so, man. I forgot about that. If you max out a piece of gear, you get a set bonus stats on it as well.
For the new set?
No, for any set. So like you have a level 50.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Mel, did you know about the new set though?
Which one?
The super new one. The one's like Raven something. The super new one. The one that's like really red.
Yeah,
with the red background.
Is that in the game now?
Yeah. All right. So if you were to look at the latest set, the reason I brought it up is because it's the latest update to what you're talking about right now. Level 50 gear, you know, when you get all the gear level 50, there's like that extra bonus. Well, the new set, if you have 3 pieces of the new set, you get a set effect. And then if you have 5 pieces of the new set, you get a 5-piece effect. It's not on the in the game, like you won't see it. But when it was released, there was photos of the devs talking about the set effects. If you had 3 pieces versus if you had 5.
So that's that's big, right? That's kind of like a weird Diablo thing where you wear a certain set of gear and you get it. That's fine, but like I think there's a yes, I like that. I like there's new content, but it really makes it hard to like theory crap. It's if this was a game, if it was a game like Clash of Clans and you could just throw your max level army at someone and realize like, oh, that didn't work. All right, I'll do it again in 10 minutes or 5 minutes or 2 minutes. That's fine. In this game, you take a risk like that, not knowing, you lose your whole army, thousands of dollars in repair bills, assuming you don't lose any troops in the process. I mean, it's so high stakes. It's like, it's what? Like what? And people play this? Yes, we do. We're crazy. We're freaking narcissists.
Yes, we are.
I had one of the Chinese guys on WeChat talking to me, and I want to say it was number 1 Korea or money. I don't remember, and I'm sorry for forgetting. And I asked him one time, I said, why do you spend so much money on this game? Why? Right? Because people with money don't waste money. That's like a thing, right? Like penny pinchers, billionaire penny pinchers is a thing. And from their perspective, what he told me was a weekend in Vegas is more expensive than what I spent on Ark of War this year. And I was like, oh, I get it. You get hours of entertainment out of Ark of War, and you blow that kind of money on recreation anyway. So, you know, like that's just a weird mindset, man. Money's not the same to them, you know? It's like you can't buy time, but you could spend your money to have more enjoyable time.
Yeah, like if you were to spend, like for that guy spending 10K on Ark of War would last him more than he would spend 10K in 5 hours in Vegas.
Right.
So he's like, you know, I might as well play Ark of War and chill out on his spending.
Right? Hang out with us.
And meanwhile, he's spending way too much on Ark of War.
Yeah, he's hanging out with us poors, you know, driving his Ferrari in circles around us. Actually, Ferraris are trash. Sorry, I don't like Ferraris. Lamborghinis are trash too. Don't buy Italian. I'm sorry.
They're driving what's it called, Apollos around us.
What are
That's the
Apollos?
new arc ship skin.
Oh, okay. All right. So, oh, all right. So this is actually really cool. I mean,
Mm.
I want to inspire you, Reggie, to go through
Hmm.
the best players in the game and then just
Hmm.
focus on them. Just make a video. All right,
Oh,
today we're
what a
talking
beauty.
about Ezio, number 9 ranked in
Hmm.
the world. He's only running
Hmm.
7 comms in All Star. He's got basic, reasonable gear for his Hancock. Anyone can get this. That's what I run on my Hancock. Tier 12
Hmm.
early troops. Oh man, I need to steal this build. Hold on a second. Let's see. Sister
Yeah.
Wolf.
Hit that Windows Shift S. Hit that Windows Shift F on it. Do that real quick. You'll see what I'm talking about. Windows Shift S.
Window. Wait.
Oh, Windows Shift S.
Windows.
Like the Windows key. Yeah, the Windows key, Shift S. Your screen should go dark, and then you have to make a square, and it basically takes a screenshot.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
I always
So
just
that's
did
what I'm
print
saying.
screen.
When you see something you like, immediately Windows Shift S, like stealing that.
Dude, I'm old school Windows XP. I always do print screen.
Oh yeah, yeah. I like Windows Shift F. I use OneNote. You could just, like, OneNote is like it's like a cloud service version of Microsoft Word, but it's way better.
Hmm. Okay.
But
One note.
yes, Mel. So I hope with what I gave you earlier, touching, because I don't want you to be like, I don't know how to solve this black problem. Black is defeated by dodge. Once you throw on canes and what's it called? It's canes and preemptive with dodge. Black will not be able to touch you the first round at all.
Show me the
After that,
replay.
oh, show you the replay. No, but it's a fact.
It's
Okay,
not a
I'll try to
fact.
find it though. I'll try to find it. But
I need replays, and we got to
yeah.
stop saying the black problem. I don't know. We might get flagged on YouTube, man. I don't know.
You might have me wearing BLM shirts, Black Lives Matter shirts, and freaking Arc of War streams.
Oh, shit. So I want to point out something that it's really fascinating about Ezio's account. Ezio is the number 9 ranked all-star in the world. Not the number 2 or number 1, but number 9. That is a respectable position. Trust me, that's respectable. Now, it's not that hard to get to 2,000, but getting over 2,400 is pretty impressive. This guy is number 9, 2562. Quite a bit lower than Odad and Gan, but 2562. He's running like what is that? Like maybe a 6,000 leadership Hancock with Swee gear. He has a maxed out Reinhardt. Okay, 1 maxed out Reinhardt. Okay. He's got a Dragon Slayer that's basically maxed out, and then a Sister Wolf that's really just kind of a not even a Swee build. I don't know. That you might just have that in there for fun. And then he's got a not even a maxed out puppet. Yeah, it is maxed out puppet. So he has 3 maxed out characters and then 2 other junk characters in this one. And he's 25's number 9 in the world. That is interesting, dude. You would think that among the biggest players in the world, there would be at least 10 of them, maybe 20 or 30 of them with multiple maxed out comms. There can't just be 3. Let's see what Evan's got. Yeah, he's got all Evan's a spender. Look at this. All level 50 gear. Tons of big comms. Let me see that. Actually, does he? He has 2 max leadership, 4 max leadership comms on Evan. But going from Evan, 5 people down to Ezio is a huge drop off. What am I missing? Chat, what am I missing here? Because there's no way, unless the rewards are so minimal or the season's not over yet, that the biggest players don't want to show their commanders. And trust me, the biggest players don't like to show their commanders. The Chinese players are very, very secretive about that. I mean, don't get me wrong, so are the Anglos, right? So are the English. But I think the Chinese just a little bit more. But first place is a Geistone, dude. Nanobot, 50 pures.
But I think we're in a good. This is I had messaged so no, I had messaged I think it was Badger or somebody else, and I told them that right now we're at a very interesting place right now because there's gonna be like a resurgence of Arc of War, and we're gonna see slightly but surely new Arc of War players coming up. Telling because I'm living proof that a year ago somebody picked up Arc of War and continue to play because I've only been playing for a year and 3 months. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to be the only one who does, especially with the type of content that we're putting out now, and then we'll be continue to be putting out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it
So there's going to
definitely.
be a resurgence.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely helps to have your head in the game if when you're a content creator, because you're putting out content and you have to ask yourself a lot of questions that most players would never ask themselves. And they'll hear something really useful in guild chat and they may not hear anything useful for another couple hours. But if you're making a video on something, you have to start asking a lot of questions and asking the right people, and you get familiarized real quick. So you can catch up real quick in Arc of War. Like you said, a year to make it to the current meta or close to it. But
Yeah, I challenge any player. Like really, this is not like an empty statement. Um, I would go so far as to say this is a very profound statement. If anybody can go watch those replays those two videos that I put up of Galactic Campaign 17 Part 1 and Galactic Campaign 17 Part 2, if you go sit down and watch those videos, let me tell you one thing that you're actually looking at. What you're looking at is a person that made, like, the person is me. In those two videos, I refined like maybe 7 to 8 hours of footage and was like, yo, these worth replays are not worth putting on here. And these 20 to 30 minutes that I have these people's attention, and I gave that to you. So if you really want to know what happened last GC, what is the meta, regardless of where you are in the game, if you look at those full two sets of replays, it probably take those two full sets of videos. It probably take an hour, but like in that hour, you know the meta.
yeah.
Because you're gonna see consistently black. You're gonna see consistently black versus black, black versus Dragon Slayer, black versus elf, black versus king. You know, you're gonna see king versus mechanical puppet. You're gonna see the matches. You're gonna see why I myself talk about these characters the way they do because I watch the footage. You know what I mean? The only thing I don't have is the gear, and that's where the community comes in. I did the videos I did to the best of my ability, but they could have been better. If the community gave me the gear, not only would you would have had the replays there, but you would have saw, oh, that's the reason why this mechanical puppet was able to beat this black because his gear was better, or this is the reason why blacks are beating most Dragon Slayer because they adding a little bit more HP. We would know these things, you know what I mean? And that's what the mystery is at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, the problem with using replays, and replays is the best way, for the record, right? Let's be clear. Replays is the best way. It's better if you have the replay, because you can click on their gear and see the gear and the gems. You can even see the research tab. But watching Galactic Battle replays, you don't actually know if a certain player has more or less research, because sometimes a player will send like a utility commander that has maxed out research that's small versus their counterpart. It looks like, oh, all of a sudden Puppet is wrecking his black, but what you're not realizing, this guy that has the black here doesn't have the best gear. He doesn't have all the research unlocked. He may have max leadership or close to it, but the guy who sent the mech puppet, he might not be max leadership, or he intentionally sent a smaller march and he wrecks him, and you go, oh man, mech puppet really destroys black. It's like, well, hold on a second, there's some variables here we just don't know.
Exactly, and Mel hit the nail on the head. And but like I said, I'm not gonna harp on it too much. I think the community would agree that Mel and all the content creators right now for Arc of War are doing a great job of providing creating content without the help of the people that we're talking about. But at the same time, what we're saying is that we could bring something much more robust with the help. You know what I mean? Something people could bite into, even as a noob. You just be able to be like, oh, I get it. That's what me and Melt want to get into. But without it, it's more like you see the outside and you could hear maybe it's almost like a car. You're at a light and you pull up with a Camaro, somebody pulls up with a let's say a Mustang, and you could hear the engine, but you just don't know how fast it can really go. You know what I mean? That's what happens with players who can't see the gear. It's like you can see the replay. Yeah, you could hear it. Oh, Black is doing all this. Mechanical Puppet is doing all this. Status Quo's pretty good. Elf is still around. This is King is still there. Sister Wolf is fucking everything up. Reinhardt's doing good. We all know these things, but it's another thing to see him run a lap around the course. You know what I mean? Take one lap, and then we're able to go. Yeah, that was point 0.9 seconds. I know how fast that thing goes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that's what me and Melt want to take it to, where you know the time. You can really say, oh, I know Reinhardt was about to win this match. Melt and Reginaldus and what everybody else has put out. gives me that that run around the track one time to give you the timing. So that's where they're trying to take it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so this is like the conundrum I always catch myself in, right? Is like, I hate to take it back to the money, but I do, because like, if you're an artist, right, you love sculpting, you love oil painting, you whatever, like you just crank them out in your afternoon, you got real good at it, and all of a sudden your neighbor comes over and he's like, yo, this is awesome, I love your painting. And you're like, oh, thanks, man. And then all of a sudden, like, you're like, his birthday comes around, you give him one of your paintings, and he goes and he puts it on eBay, and someone says, oh man, this is dope, you know, and they buy it from him. He comes over and he's like, hey man, you're kind of overflowing with paintings, can I buy like 10 of them from you? You're like, yeah man, sure, you know, or you just take them. Now this guy's got 10 of your paintings and he opens a gallery. Now he's making all this money on your painting, and you're going to go, that's cool, man, I'm glad you're doing something with it, but like, he's like, oh, let me get 20 more. You're like, dude, you're making money off my paintings, like kick me back a little bit at least. Like, maybe you don't. Maybe you're just like, oh, go ahead, man, make money. I'm happy to see you make money. Some people are like that. Eventually, though, it wears thin. And the problem with Arc of War and what we're doing is that this is their game. We did not create it. They own all the assets. We make videos. We teach people how to play it. They're not responsible to pay us for doing the job that we think they should be doing, right? That's like, and that's like this thing. I'm doing work that makes them money. I feel like it's something they need, and in order to do it, they want me to pay them money to get the research, or do it in a capacity where they don't have to give me money. And I'm like, dude, it just hurts, man. It just feels un-American. It's anti-capitalist. It doesn't feel like a fair partnership. And I think ultimately, when it comes down to it, man, I think that's probably going to be like the deciding thing for me, whether I pick up Arc of War. And it's pick up Arc of War again long term, because I'll show you. I meant to show you this earlier. Let me see.
What you got?
I got it. Just the email from all the promotions about how many different companies reach out to me. Let me see. Literally wanting to throw money at my channel. I don't have a lot of subscribers. I have 7,700, and of those, maybe 1,500 average view per video. Right? Like, that's not a huge viewership, and most of these companies don't even know what I can do. So here's an email. This is if you search my email for promo. These are all offers from companies literally wanting to buy me to make, or pay me to make videos. Now, most of the time, I actually delete these. I never knew what to do with them. They would just come into my melt email and I would ignore them. But the other day I was looking like, how many of these do I actually get? I get a ton of them, man. These are all companies. Like, this is the company that does, I messaged them back because I want to know what they actually pay. This is the company that makes the game Stray, the third-person cat game. You guys heard of that one? You heard of that, Reggie?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now on the screen.
Yeah, so they make that game Stray, and all they want to do is they just want to run ads on my video. Straight up, this is their offer. Our offer is 45-second integration from $100 up to $5,000. You specify, right? And then they decide if it's a reasonable request. This is a minimum $100. If you estimate the cost for advertising more than $5,000, because right, people pay to promote their YouTube videos too. Distribution of the contract, third parties is strictly prohibited, so I can't outsource it. I can't just pay someone else to do it. You'll place a trailer at the beginning or the middle of your commercial, right? If you agree to the terms and conditions, how do you get paid and all that. 35% prepay comes right to you before any work is done. Okay, that is how companies are paying people to promote their video games. They're cold calling us.
Yeah, this is more. Yeah, this is more put together. This is smarter because this integrates you. They treat you damn near as an employee over here.
Right? They want you. They want. So that's just like something you got to be prepared for, man. It's like it's a one-way relationship in a lot of ways, and that you never do it. You never do it. Now here's the thing. We don't need 7 Pirates. I ran a Patreon. I monetized my videos. I was able to get something back for all the effort, and the community was the whole support of it. And I guarantee you right now, if I relaunched a Patreon promotion and I started putting out high-level content and I started getting back into it, and I could probably get the Patreon back to like $1,500, $2,000 a month. But it's wrong. Like, it's just, dude, it's wrong. And I love that people are willing to do it. And they're like, I don't care. I spend hundreds of dollars a week on this game. I'll give you $10. It's not a big deal. Make more shit. But it's the principle, man.
Mel,
right?
let me ask you, man. Mel, let me ask you. And I'm speaking for the chat probably right now. The chat probably like, yo, He the people champ. All right, there's another moment right now. Mel, what if who you're really doing it for is the community? Because I tell you this, I'm a product of your channel, bro. Like I literally would be. I remember doing work shift OT. You know what I mean? And would just sneak out to go watch like maybe 30 minutes of a sweet video. So before I go hit this guy, your video. You know what I
Right.
mean? And that was the most fun phone game experience. More than I played everything on there, bro. I played Runeterra, I played League of Legends, I play a bunch of stuff. So really, you showed me how to play Arc of War and showed me that this is something very unique. And I think the chat will agree that at the end of the day, for the negatives that this game has, the positives are far outweighed. Like, where else can we get Gilly or Golem or characters that look this cool, or strategies like this?
Yeah. No, I mean, so that's the thing, right? Like, I always did it for the community. And there was a time where I was just like, 7 Pirates, dude. I don't care what they think. I'm going to do my thing anyway. I had an LLC set up. They want to sue me, go ahead. You know? I just didn't care because at that point I was like, we don't play the game for them. They just keep messing it up and doing weird things. We'll do our own thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I was gonna say we gotta do it for people like homie Chris there in the chat. I saw you, Chris. There's a guy in here, 7 mil arc player. What is he doing in the chat right now? Chris, I see you. Shout out to Chris.
right. Right. But the problem is, right? The problem is when it comes down to it, um, after years, not just months, man. That's the thing that gets me is like my mindset has changed so much over time that like when someone does you right, like I live in a small town now. Like I meet someone, I get to know their first name. I ask who their neighbor is. I know, I probably know 50% of the people in my town. Everyone knows me, you know, like your reputation is everything, and you got to treat, you got to treat people good. Not because it's the right thing to do and it makes you feel good, but there's no reason not to. And if someone goes out of their way to help you out, like if someone's broke down on the side of the road, like I'll pull over and help anyone. In my small town, like if someone's pulled down and they see me just drive by, I feel worse about getting caught just ignoring someone than the feeling of like shame is worse, is more powerful than the feeling of joy I get by helping someone. Like I'd rather not be shamed. Like so, this could be anyone. This could be my dad. This could be someone's uncle, whatever, someone's daughter, so when someone like a company, when I'm going out of my way on a daily to promote your stuff and do good by you, and you're not doing, I don't want to say anything, right? It's just been a lopsided relationship. I don't want to get back to that. Let's just leave it at that, man. I'm still
All right, how
talking
about that?
seven.
How about I provide you? How about I provide you some solace with that?
All right.
I do agree that the terms need to be renegotiated because what they're offering on to us like right now, like just keeping it 100. You know what I mean? I've told the devs that at one point I had lost motivation on doing what we do because guys, you got to understand like this eats away at me playing Arc of War. Like right now I'm in EXE and they telling me I'm missing the fights. And I'm telling them I got to do a video with Mel tomorrow. And I'm telling them the day before that, I just released a GC4 video. I'm telling them that I'm also a game developer. You know what I'm saying? So I'm backed up on a lot of things. So to really cut through that, just so you guys can have some extra entertainment, there's a cost there. Hence why Mel has the Patreon, and hence why you will see me moving to the Patreon format very soon, hopefully, and with that support from the community, um, you know, dude, you guys heard the video that I put out when on Thanksgiving? I was asleep, bro. Like I was like I literally did that entire video I did in 24 hours. But but yes, the quality and everything else is there. But I'm damn near speaking in like with turkey juice hanging out my mouth, like
Mm.
falling asleep at the keyboard. But I said, you know what? I'm gonna finish this damn audio and submit this video so they have a video the day after Thanksgiving because I was thinking about just to put the community and want to give you guys something.
Mhm.
It's a sacrifice.
Yeah. No, I think this war for 7 Pirates to promote the game the way we think they should has been going on, man, since the beginning. When we started this game, I go back to the original days. Dude, the tool tips. First off, I don't even think they had info tips. Like when you click on Gilly, it says Gilly's been studying martial arts since she was young. When she was 20, she completed her master's most difficult trial and left for the outside world. Before long, she became the VIP of the Cassitan Turkey Shop. I mean, first off, what the shit is the Cassitan Turkey Shop? She works at a bakery, but she's like a black belt ninja who graduated at 20. Like, that's ridiculous. I don't even know what happened there. But I don't even think we
No,
had that kind of stuff.
No, but like you remember, I think probably you mentioned this already, but like a lot of these characters are like semi little bites off of like iconic characters from other categories
Mm-hmm.
and different genres. So it's just like that reference is towards that bite, like where they got the character from. We just don't know where they did it from,
Could be, could be, right? Could be a lot of Japanese anime I don't watch.
Because
So
we know Soda Man is Earthworm Jim, right?
yes. Wait, Soda Man is Earthworm Jim. Oh, wait a
Yeah,
minute.
Soda Man. Yeah, he's Earthworm Jim. A bootleg version, yeah, but he's
You
Earthworm
you
Jim.
might that's the most similar resemblance, yeah. Yeah, and then I mean, there's the obvious one, General Grievous, right? Where's that
Where's
one?
where's Grievous from? Like,
Oh,
wait,
Star
General
Wars,
Grievous?
bro.
Pull that one up.
Yeah, that's Star Wars, right? For sure. He just has 2 arms, but he's
Oh,
like
for Grievous? No, you're saying for what's the tentacle character, right? I
Grievous.
can't see. Yeah, Grievous. Grievous is the yeah. You're saying the Star Wars characters with multiple arms.
Yeah, he's got lightsabers, dog.
What's his name though?
Grievous. That's the character in Star Wars.
Isn't it? Is Grievous? It really is.
Yeah, it's his legit name, General Grievous in Star Wars.
Wow. Okay, I totally missed that. That the name was the same.
Yeah,
All right, 10-4.
it's a hard
10-4.
bite,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I fuck with it though. I really love that character.
Yeah. Yeah,
Just
he's
not
one of
good.
my favorites. I thought for sure he would have changed the meta, but he never did.
Never.
Hoodoo,
Okay.
Teen Wolf, right?
Mhm. Yeah, what can you tell me about? Maybe I'm doing this for the Walker mains out there. Bro, what is the purpose of moon shadow or moon booty, bro?
Dude,
I remember you debunked the video where you were like, "Oh, she does anti-ignore tear suppression." You debunked it, even though it's like one of your popular videos. I still like the video. What was her
man.
purpose, bro?
Hold
Do you
on,
remember?
hold on. It's been like 2.5 years since I made that video. That was I did like a 3 or 4 video series on that because I thought
Yeah.
I had collected the wrong data and I had made an assumption, and my data I think matched it, and I just kind of jumped into the video, kind of maybe a bit overzealous, like thinking like, oh, this is what it is, and I was wrong. And I don't remember if Badger called me out on it or Krylar, but I got more data on it, and then I had to make a second video, and then I did a third video to wrap it all up to kind of explain what happened with Moon Booty. And it was so long ago, I don't remember. I do know. I do remember, actually. It was that her skill didn't ignore tear suppression. And it looked like it did, and it sounded like it did, and the video I had it did, but it actually didn't. Let me see. And I think it was about how much buffs they had, too. I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch it. Yeah, silence does not ignore tear suppression. Yeah, I think it worked more like Maruko's skill, the grenade skill, where like it does damage, but it doesn't ignore tear suppression. So there was this time when no one used spell damage, right? So the silence, oh, I might be wrong here. I'm going to make another scandalous video. Maruko, any commander, like Elf's Curse, that is spell damage. That was a different thing. No one ever used that. Everybody used combat damage, physical damage from troops hitting. And it never really picked up until, actually, Maruko was one of the first main commanders. He was actually a big dog back when the game launched. Then they had to nerf the crap out of him because he was way too good. But spell damage was never used. Ghost Cannon uses spell damage, right? That ignore tear suppression. It just, bam, just blasts them. It doesn't really matter what your troop damage type is. Doesn't matter what tier it is. It's based on their HP. I don't know if you muted yourself again.
No. I'm here. I'm like, yeah, I'm shaking my head. Yeah, you good?
Yeah. But like, yeah, and then Soda Man was the first version we had of Reinhardt. Yeah, same skill as Reinhardt, but it was only 20%. And that was the bummer with, yeah, that was the bummer. And he was Walker. And it was like the bummer with the with the early comms is that their skill percents were only 20 and 40. And it was like,
yeah.
It wasn't until like Stella, maybe. I think Stella's
jumped up to 60. Yeah, you're absolutely right. There's a wave of like 20s, and then there's a wave of like gillies and breakdowns with what's it called in Vega that is like 40%.
Yeah.
And then you have the Stellas that are 60%. You got the Common Cesar. Everything new is either 100 or 60%. Everything now.
Yeah.
And bro, can you go to Casius, bro? I want to get your take on this. All right. Imagine Steam Cannon. Go to KCS real quick, right? Or matter of fact,
Got
either
him.
KCS or Full Metal, whichever one you want to go
I
to
got it.
first. I'm not sure which one you have on screen. Which
Cases.
tell me which. All right, you're on KCS, perfect. All right, his first skill. Go ahead. Mind map, right?
Yep.
60%. Guys, walk with me real quick. Let's say, right, that we're talking about the Walker matter. And here, once again, what is Reggie doing? Shining light on something that was left out in Uncle War so much is the Walker conversation. We know we had a couple of people like Derange and maybe one or two other people, but I think
Deranged.
Uberox. We had Uberox was a Walker player too.
I don't think so. I don't know.
I think he was because he remember he played King and he also used Elf a little bit.
Let
Uberox.
me give you the mic for a second. I got to the bathroom. Go ahead and keep talking. I'll catch up.
All right, 10-4. So anyway, guys, what I'm talking about with KCS and this thing, I'm gonna run you guys through this example. Here we go. If Steam Cannon does wonders, right? How does this not? It literally is a 60% Steam Cannon, including a ability to steal the buff on whoever it hits. So why is this not replacing Steam Cannon? Because look, you have people like Elf no, I'm sorry, you got people like Sister Wolf, right, who can counter Reinhardt, right, with Steam Cannon. But then you would have to change your fourth skill from Steam Cannon to Orochi's corrosive armor to have Sister Wolf counter, Orochi, right? What if I told you Mind Map literally did both in one? It literally wipes and clears like Steam Cannon, and it steals the skill. So you should be able to steal Orochi's skill. Boom. You know? Once again,
Stealing the
you
buffs,
got some
right?
exactly. You got somebody like Melt and myself talking about this stuff, but do we have the replays? You know what I mean? Does it become meta?
So is Cassius in the game?
Yeah, he's in the game, but that's what I'm trying to tell you. No one's talking about Mind Map because Mind Map is literally the upgrade to Steam Cannon. Steam Cannon does this. Look, this
Mm-hmm.
is what Steam Cannon does. The only difference: Steam Cannon goes off and it
Removes
hits
buffs.
every enemy.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I feel you. That's strong. That's the best. But a very strong second, if not first, is stealing any buffs that you had on, right, and clearing you at a
Mm-hmm.
60%, which is the same.
Mm-hmm.
That actually is an upgrade to Steam Cannon, but it's only the target that you hit at a 60% instead of the entire opponent fleet. That's where you're going to get the variation. But at the end of the day, like I told you, Mel, and everybody in the chat and stream, like I said, Mind Map will hit Orochi, steal corrosive armor. Now those Orochi troops hit you, and now you have corrosive armor, which prevents Orochi from healing, and it puts curse on the Orochi because Orochi's curse is also like it's a he has a debuff that does curse and it does uh you can't heal. So everybody knows what I'm talking about. But anyway, long story short, yeah, these are things that people aren't talking about because I can't get the replays to give you guys a proper video.
So when you say he's in the game, was he already a part of an event, or is he in the
Oh no,
game?
he was a release. Let's say that he was like a decent second or third out of the whole new wave of new characters that came out. We're talking about he came out before Mechanical Puppet. He came out before, he came out probably after Leona.
All right.
So,
Someone get this
you know,
replay.
yeah, get this replay, guys. I put it out there for you, and I did put out Comment Cesar. Like I said, Comment Cesar. All you need is Lucky Nodding of level 40, Fearless, the 20%. Is it Fearless? It's Fearless, right? The 20% HP and the damage reduction 6% on defense. I'm sorry, on pants. No.
I'm bear with me a second. Some Resistance says he sent me the replay.
Oh, thank you. Here we go. Run
Mel.
that. The community. This is what we need. We
Oh,
thank you. And resist. Yo, can we put some love on Resist's name real quick? Can we get his name on
he
chat
got
on
so
the
much
stream?
love in meme review. We can't give him any more love. Let me see if I can find that playlist. Resistance.
And resist. What? All right. Let me get. I'm about to say throw him on the VC right now, man.
Not yet. Not yet. Not
No,
yet. You
yeah,
got to
okay,
make sure
okay,
the
okay.
replay's good. If it's not good,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
we got to bust him.
Facts.
Let me see.
No,
Why?
but guys in the chat, once again, thank all of you guys for coming out. Spread the word. If you whatever planet that you're on, spread it in the chat. I'm gonna go ahead and start putting the stream out right now myself. Um, Guys, get this stream out there. We should have way more views. You know what I mean? We should have way more people on here right now. So spread the word that Mel is live right now, guys.
Ah, we're good, dude. I mean, I I appreciate that. I do. I should say I appreciate that. I'm so jaded, man. Like, cause like at the end of the day, part of the people I feed, right? Like what this
Mhm.
channel does, like this is a utilitarian channel, right? Like I talked about the triangle of YouTube and like having content and character and what was it? Content, character, and quality. And what my channel's always been was just uh the content, right? The content. People come looking for something, but there was a bit more to that. I guess it evolved, but but yeah, let's get Resistance. Let me get that playlist. I thought I put a playlist on. Oh wait, there it is.
Oh yeah, we got some jams.
No. So every time somebody sends me a video for replay of the week or any special replay, I have a special playlist I save it to. That way, when I'm making a video one day, I can just pull up the playlist and choose which one it is. Back in the day, it was a couple hundred videos. Resistance, you sent me that on Discord, right? Oh, he sent it on Discord. All right, let me see if I can find him on Discord. Resistance, message me on Discord. If you don't have the same Discord name, it's hard to find people. All right, so I think you're onto something with Cassius. Like
It is no. You see what I'm saying? It's literally
Yeah.
an upgrade to freaking. And do you understand the
60%.
difference between like Reinhardt and what's it called, Orochi? Like Orochi, in order to counter him, you need his skill, his own skill, and then Reinhardt to counter him, you need Steam Cannon.
Yeah.
That literally does both. You know what I mean? And it's like that, and it's the same solution as sonar. Walkers have like three versions of sonar. You have sonar. You have what's it called? The one that from Acuity Gift.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the other one that you have that basically like, makes all your troops hit? The one that Sister Wolf has. Do you remember? It's Sister Wolf's second or first skill. It's 100% accuracy.
I don't remember the name of it. No. But I'm trying to think. Sonar is Medusa's guaranteed hit, right? 40% guaranteed hit.
Yeah, it makes all your troops 100% guaranteed hit.
Oh, that's
and
right.
So does Acuity Gift.
All
Acuity
the troops,
same thing.
not just yourself. That's right.
No, same. Doesn't Acuity Gift do the same thing as all troops?
Yeah. What I'm saying, I forgot Sonar gave it to all your troops. It wasn't just that single slot that triggered it. All your troops get it.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, that's the same. That's the difference between Steam Cannon and Mind Map. Mind Map is gonna hit whatever the target is that you're hitting. That's where it's gonna steal the buff and wipe the buff. Steam Cannon just does everything. So every time it triggers, it wipes everything again. Wipes everything again. So that's the only difference.
All right. So let's while we're working on that Resistance replay for Cassius, I want to talk to you about Star Crusher. And this is bad content, right? This is all just theory. There's no replays here. So
absolutely,
this commander's 40% first skill, 40% second skill, infantry only. All right. Now his stats are basically they're saying he's a balanced commander in his stats, which is irrelevant, but just so as we read the skills, we're on the same page. So what it's saying is that he has a 40% chance to trigger before his turn. The current attack is going to be guaranteed to hit. So he's got a 40% guaranteed hit, but also it sets a nano bomb debuff on the target. That bomb will be detonated upon the target's next action and deal 25% of the current attack. Well, it's 2.5% per level, so that goes up to like 150%.
Mel, let me just tell you the nitty gritty, brother.
Okay.
It's like this for me. I knew Star Crusher wasn't gonna really affect the meta when I didn't see anything in his skill set that said anything about blowing through damage reduction. That was the first flag. I was like, "What? You don't blow through damage reduction? Oh,
Right.
you out of rotation, homie."
Right.
All right.
But
Number two, this is
but
the second flag.
now
right?
here's the thing, right? So you're probably that's what everyone's thinking. But the question is that these bombs that we're talking about are 150% of his attack damage, of his current attack damage. So you got to stack attack damage, which means you probably don't need penetration. But this is spell damage. How does it affect damage reduction, right? Elf's curse was affected by damage reduction. Does nanobomb get affected the same way? Or is this true damage and it just doesn't say it?
Nah. if it was true damage, okay, then there's something to be had. Let's go ahead and pull up the weapon in the what's it called, the craft handbook. I'm going to it right now myself, just to make sure. Let's make sure we're covering the full character here. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. Let me do
Let's,
the second skill though. 40% chance to trigger on the second skill. Oh, by the way, the first skill is a 40% chance. It is a guaranteed hit melee skill, but also, right, he puts a bomb on there that does 150% of his attack damage, and it triggers 3 times, so 450% attack damage. All right.
yes,
Now
and then
the second skill
I'm on the.
triggers it. Right.
Hmm.
So it detonates all the nanobombs on the target, maybe only target in front of him, instead of all targets, and increases the target's damage taken. So is it a direct counter to damage reduction? 1% per level, 60% at level 60?
Oh no, wait, you're saying there is some damage reduction countering in there?
No, what it says is, it says increases the target's damage taken. So yeah, it's a counter to damage reduction.
No, it's something we got to test because, like, you know how, for example, like, let's say a skill will say, "Oh, increased damage that foe receives," but at the same time, it's like, "Yo, but after I put you at 100% damage reduction, you're doing zero damage. You can increase 100% of zero, it's still zero." You know, that's why we have to test
Yeah.
those formulas. You know what I mean?
So I'm going to do a simulated battle with Star
Mhm.
Crusher.
Yes,
I'm going to throw
and we
that
need
up.
we need it against 100% damage reduction to
Yeah,
really tell.
but the thing is I don't have I have a penetration build. It's not very good. I have my Gilly build. I'm going to use that.
Okay, the
Which
damage
is,
bill.
yeah, damage build, which is what the skill's calling for, which may not be right though.
Oh, hold up, yo, you just hit something on my head right now. Yo, Mel, maybe I'm tripping. Yo, Walker players, are you drooling? Yo, Mel, maybe I'm tripping. Right? But isn't it kind of crazy that at tier 9, just at tier 9, walkers get access to Cepheus and Leo?
Tier 9, they get access to Cepheus and say
Leo.
Leo.
Remember Leo? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just think of those two-star jewels. You essentially could just build every walker like Vega and just run Leo and Cepheus.
Okay.
Okay, I'll catch up.
I
Maybe
I I
I'm a
I,
little off.
I remember there was a problem with
Leo,
that. There was a
you know,
problem
no,
with that.
maybe somebody in the chat could tell me. Leo is a 60%, no, it's 20% chance it'll activate, but it's 60% ignore target's defense, right? Cepheus, 100% of target's defense is reduced.
Mm.
That's 160% damage reduction. If you're wearing two Titans, a freaking a devastation helm, overlord pants, attack gems, GG, the whole Walker class can do that. At tier 9, they can rock what's it called? You can either rock walkers or you can rock the T9 airship, the airship walkers. And then I think you can do it again at another level. But at the end of the day, that's something that the Walker players need to like wake up and like talk about that. You know what I mean? Like that's bonkers.
All right, I'm gonna throw Star Crusher out with Wings of Eternity because I'm gonna be counting on his uh, nano bombs to
Hmm.
do all my damage. However, because
Hmm.
the troops, because nano bombs damage is scaling off of the troop damage,
Hmm.
not just my gear damage, I'm gonna be using the tier 12 dodge troops that heal in the front row to make me a little more tanky. And then I'm going to be using the Great Sages in the back row because they have a bit more attack damage than the rest of the tier 12. So I'm going to be counting my back row to do the extra damage, my front row to survive a little longer.
I did see it on chat. I did see you had pulled it up there. Okay. You have a kind of a crush on this character, don't you?
Oh, what? Who, me?
Yeah,
No.
on Star Crusher. You
Well,
kind of like he's like Thanos, bro. He's like Thanos. I dig it.
Well, no, Seven Pirates gave him to me this morning, and I was like,
Mhm.
all
So you
right.
asked for him. You sure you didn't ask for him?
No, I told him, I was like, dude, let's get this promo going and let's talk about what you guys can do.
Mhm.
And they're like, all right, well, we're gonna send you a gift. I'm like, okay. I'm like expecting the same gift they used to send me, and they send me a couple commanders. I'm like, what? Like,
Mhm.
I was like, all right, but you know what? I'll mess with it. Like, I'll mess with it. Like, I'm waiting around to hear from their marketing guy anyway, which that's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good,
Well,
man.
see, Yeah, but no, definitely, there should be a negotiation. I will give you roses on that. Mel and ridiculous Badger. Badger always stabbing at the what's it called? Yo, Badger could jump on the chat with us here if you want, bro.
Um, no,
I know
no.
I've asked
Let's
him. You
keep it.
sure?
Let's
Not?
keep it tight. Let's
All right,
keep it tight.
let's keep it tight. Let's keep it
Let's
tight.
keep it
Yeah,
tight.
we're gonna keep it. What is it? SWAT team right now. We're gonna keep it SEAL 9 right now. We're gonna
Yeah.
keep it
No, I mean,
Marine right now.
I'll get on there, dude. I'll get on with Badger. I'll get on with. Uh, there's a couple
All
of
right,
people I need to get on and
we're gonna do some collabs with.
yeah, do
No,
the
no,
collabs
definitely.
with.
I definitely think
What's up, Aries?
wh-
Sorry.
oh
Go
yeah.
ahead.
Shout out to chat. No, no, no. I was gonna say, we definitely just need to, cover the meta, right? Especially after just the GC that just happened. Altogether, I'm not even joking, guys. It was more than like 10 hours of footage that I went through. And remember, you guys gotta picture this. I had to physically like be on during GC to record the footage that I have. Like that's all me that you're seeing in that footage there. I'm negotiating with a few people now in EXE to try to train them into recording footage on their own and then providing me with the footage because the video editing, Mel will tell you guys, video editing already is the hard part. You know what I mean? So the easier the community can make it for to get us footage, you know what I mean? And then we can just focus on the hard part, which is the video editing, and then presenting it to you in a manner that's entertaining. There you go. Like, you know what I mean? That's where we should be. But we still got to work with a few people that don't want to necessarily just turn on their game, press record, and then hey, I didn't do anything interesting. Guess what? When I'm about to log off, I just turn off the recording and then trash it. Don't even save it. That's all. That's the only shift that people need to make. Hey, I'm about to jump on, press record, play. Did anything cool happen? Cool. I saved it. I'm not about to filter this for Reg. I'm gonna shoot it to Mel. I'm gonna shoot it to Reg. They're gonna edit out everything I tell them to edit out, and then they're gonna have the footage they need to go ahead and do what they need to do. But when you're telling us to be like, oh, be there and then hover over my arc while inside of your arc and then play my replay, that's not the same type of footage. Mel, would you agree?
Yeah, and usually when I would go for footage, so the way I did it was, once you get, especially with Patreon, right? Because you get really close
Mhm.
to people, right? Like you really start to like people more that directly come to you and say, "Dude, here's $10. Like, I support what you're doing." Like you have a loyalty to those people because they're in it too. Like they're fucking putting skin in the game. So I would start dealing with dealing or talking to a lot of people, and the best thing I found to do was to just be like, "Yo, if you got something cool, send it to me online or email me it, and I'll put it in replay of the week." So I would screen a ton of replays through replay of the week, but like I could get a lot of really good stuff from people that wanted to show stuff off right into my replay of the week show, which sometimes made it on to Tuesday Newsday. So I had this like system. So I wasn't like, if 10 people sent you an hour of footage, Reggie, how are you going to go through that? You know what I mean? Is that what you were saying, or did I get that wrong?
No, 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 no. That's what I had to do for GC already. I've actually done probably even if I were to actually to keep it, and I'm keeping it 100 with the community. I'm not trying to be like, hey, do a lot of work. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just literally saying, hey, if like you guys see the gap in my videos, I'm willing to be like, yo, I'm not probably about to release something for 2 weeks just so I feel good. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
And it's all because it's like I'm not gonna kill myself if I'm not being backed. But at the end of the day, like the footage that would come from to answer your question, Mel, I think more definitely the footage that would just come from like let's say you had to make a video about yes, perfect. Let's say the last GC you had to make footage from the range, right? But you had footage from your arc and you're in his guild versus you have the footage from when you were on the ranger's arc when you had the ability to do the pimp my arc. Where are you going to get the better footage from?
Yeah.
To pimp my arc.
Yeah.
It's just that simple.
Yeah.
It's just too simple. You know what I'm saying? The angles, the presentation of it, it's completely different than when I'm scrolling from my arc to your arc, and then I'm gonna show that replay, and then and then I'm supposed to then you're gonna send me a video of that replay plus the screenshot of the gear. And now I have another screenshot of what was the fourth skills. Now I gotta scroll down. Another screenshot of scrolling all the way down to see who had the better guild stats and did better, like the
The guild
the
stats.
research. No, no, the guild stats and the research. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Like after there's a replay, you can scroll down and see who has
Yeah.
better research.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
So
forgot.
once again,
I
Oh yeah,
forgot, but
but
early game Ark of
yeah,
War used to have guild research that actually mattered. Like it, like the
yeah, that guild research is still in there. But I think the chat gets what I'm talking about. Like
yeah, yeah.
being able to watch a replay and then go scroll down and go, oh, he had better research. That's why we're seeing this elf beat this Reinhardt. Versus we're seeing a replay where, oh snap, yo, this Reinhardt had better research, but this elf still won.
Mhm.
Now when you scroll back up and look at that gear again, you're like, that's the blueprint.
All right, let me show you this replay from
Yeah.
Midnight versus Nebraska, Orochi versus Hancock, and go back. It's Hancock wearing combat gear, and Orochi wearing total tank gear, and level 40, 45 gear, and Hancock's gonna have canes,
Yeah.
and so level 60 skills. Canes level 1. All right, so Canes. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Feral Instinct and Canes trigger before the round starts, and he's the attacker because.
What skill?
Uh,
Wait, you said the Hancock has what fourth skill?
well, he has the Cassius skill, mind map.
Casey, yes, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, then this is the replay of what we were talking about. We see the Canes, no
Right.
fourth skill.
All right, I'm just
And
gonna break this thing down so we see it. So it's gonna be
mhm,
Canes at the start, so no jewels for Orochi. Um,
mhm.
Feral Strength on Hirochi or on Hancock so that he has a shield so he can take some hits. And then Orochi's going to be running Scorpio. All right, here we go. So Scorpio,
Probably absolute defense.
Corrosive Armor, 60 Minderbot. Okay. And the shield eats it all and the Tear Space. Cassiopeia goes off. He hits the mind map. All right. Well, that was a
Mhm.
big hit for the Tear Space. All right, so he hits the mind map.
There should
Okay.
be a buff on the Hancock troop.
He did not get it. On the
Did
first
the
Minderbot, he did not get it.
Okay? Did that bot have a buff though?
The first stack did have it.
It had a buff, and then Hancock didn't absorb it.
It's hard to say if he absorbed the buff because he has Feral Strength on, but then also Orochi still has the heal on his side. Were we trying to steal Corrosive Armor?
Oh, but come on though. What's it called? That's a airship has like a new way. I think it's the new airship gems that allow you to heal even if heal is being negated. It's a new counter. Like it's just like you know how Kane's is the new infantry gem. The
Mm-hmm.
new airship version gem is it makes you heal 6% of your troops, and you ignore like you can't heal. Like if
Yeah.
you literally look in the game, that's what it does. It allows you to ignore the ability that you cannot heal, and it allows you to heal.
So just so we're clear right now,
Hmm.
um, we're into round 2. The AIs are triggering, and Hancock has not done anything with the buffs he's stolen. We haven't seen any extra effects yet. There's a Cepheus gem. All right, Gemini mind map. 0 damage on. Wow, he did 0 damage on that? Wait a minute, hold on a second. All right, let's watch this again. First strike for Hancock this round is a Gemini mind map, and then it hits all 3 of the front troops without an awakening. And then the tear space damage. All right, let's see what it does back to Orochi.
Hmm.
No, it's just tear space. Only tear space damage is breaking through. Whoa, whoa, there it is. All right, now
Is he getting hit with corrosive armor?
he might have been. Let me double check that. It looks like it. All right, so
Because
now.
remember, corrosive armor also it's a debuff, and that debuff also puts like a curse on you where you take a certain population of your troops.
Right
Like
before you attack. So watch slot 4 on
exactly.
Orochi right here. I know you got a delay, man. I'm sorry. But
Yeah, it sucks.
here it comes. It was 3 point something million. 3.6 3600,000 through 3600k. 3.6 billion? 36 something like that. Anyway, it was a good hit. It killed. It went from 223. Sorry, guys, I keep backing up, but it has 223 troops. Corrosive armor hits, only kills 3 troops. Huh. Okay, well, that did not hit nearly as hard as it needed to.
Yeah, no, not at all. But that's the curse part that you're telling me about right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at the end of the day, we are seeing though that my map is picking up the corrosive armor, correct?
It is. But
So,
it's only a level 1
um,
mind map, but I don't know.
but who wins this match? Jump to the end. What was the conclusion?
Hancock
Because
destroys.
I know that this scenario with Sister Wolf should be the what I'm talking about. But this guy showed us the replay with a Hancock. But who won in the end?
Wait, something weird just happened. The back row died
Of who?
of Orochi.
Oh snap!
Hold on a second. How did that happen?
I told you because corrosive armor.
It might be corrosive armor. It
Yeah.
is. Corrosive armor. Boom! Hit him for 17,000 tier 2.
See,
Holy
man, I'm
shit.
telling you, man. I'm telling you, there it is. That's the answer. I told you, my map is the new upgrade to Steam Cannon. And then look at the second skill of Cassius. The second skill of Cassius is it's a buff that basically passes a buff to an adjacent ally, but it also gives damage reduction. So that's what I was telling you earlier about Melt. There's a wave right now of
What?
devs giving us damage reduction tools. Once again, common Cesar. If you're an infantry player, like, hey, I want damage reduction. How do I get 100%? Go play common Cesar, 40 a headpiece, 40 pants with damage reduction, three-piece Cassiopeia. You know the Arc Hall, and what's it called what's the Arc Hall again? The ones for damage reduction, Mel?
Uh, Diablo? No, not Diablo. Is
It's
it
a
the
weird
demon
looking
one?
one. I'm scrolling to it now.
They're all demons.
It's
Lucifer?
it's Aegis, Aegis. It's Aegis. 10% damage reduction,
Okay, yeah.
20% defense, 20% dodge, resistance weaken effect by 20%, strength and weaken effect by 20%, and crit wither by 20%.
Yeah, Lucifer has resistance and damage reduction, but damage
Yeah,
reduction is lower.
we're gonna see a Lucifer set coming soon, Mel. We're gonna see that one coming soon. But look, because if you look at the new, of course, that is expensive. It's like a $2,000 chess piece. But if you look at the new equipment, that's a chess piece now. I think they gave 15% resistance on the chess piece.
Mm-hmm. That's
So you
huge.
rock that plus this, and there's a few other resistance pieces. But essentially, we could get, and you see, this is why it's not even going to come into the meta though. Even if we had a resistance set, look at what the meta is right now. The meta is damage reduction and who can blow through it. And you say, Reg, why do you say that? Well, let's think. Um, you get two even players, which is a rare case, but let's say you get two even players. They're both Dragon Slayer players. They're both airship mains, or they're both black mains, right? But let's say they're mirror players. So you either have a black main or a Dragon Slayer main. They both have the pen set. They're both rocking Overlord. Everything they need, the works, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who's gonna win? The guy with Broken Fortress.
Right.
Facts. Do you understand? You feel me, Mel? The guy with Broken Fortress is gonna win.
Right.
No matter whoever has it between them. So that's the shift that we're seeing now. And of course, there's the commander meta and yada yada yada. But there's also the gear meta. Like the guy with Broken Fortress on Elf is more likely to beat the black with his elf than
Right.
the elf that didn't have Black Fortress. I mean, yeah, Broken Fortress.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I think the conversation needs to go because now here's a scary conversation, right? Mel, we did a video. I think you're a perfect person to have this conversation with. Mel, it was a disappointment for all of us um, to see that Mysterious Warrior didn't come into the meta the way he did. Same thing with Hubarian. But let's talk about
Yeah,
Mysterious.
Varian.
Yeah, but let's talk about Mysterious Warrior.
Mm-hmm.
His skills are 40%.
Mm-hmm.
And it just sucks that like his thing didn't really pop off. I think maybe a little bit more so because his skill trigger chance is just not high enough. Mel, if you were to go into the forge ship right now, there's damn near a headpiece, there's a weapon, and there's pants with skill trigger, and there's an arc hall with skill trigger chance. There's a very high chance there's a mysterious warrior build out there that's proccing his skill blade, what's it called, dual blades, at a high enough rate that we're shutting down all slots. And then we just need to look at, okay, now that we're shutting down all slots, what's keeping us alive?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's the further build, the further conversation that needs to be had.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I mean, I had this idea with the Lilith build trying to shut people down. Obviously, that only hit the front row. Dual Blades jumps to the back row, and it can hit a slot that's already shut down. So you can miss slots. I mean, infantry definitely has evasion, right? They can shut you down and they can dodge a lot, which sucked when guaranteed hit gems became so easy to get for infantry.
and the disable. So infantry is like hard hitting, disable, and dodge.
Yeah.
The defensive mechanic is the dodge. offense mechanic is the defense. I mean, no, I'm sorry, the attack,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know, just the disability to disable people is another thing. But
Yeah.
walkers, man, Mel, let me get your conversation on this. Mel, what walker players start drooling? Mel,
Wait. Pause.
uh,
Pause on that. Let me just do one thing.
okay, go
Okay.
ahead, go
To
ahead. Yeah,
wrap up this whole replay from Resistance, guys. Basically, what
yeah.
it is this is the scene right here in a minute 08. This is when the
Mm,
corrosive armor that Hancock stole from the front row of the tier 12 from Orochi. This is when his back row picks it up. All right, watch slot number 5. Boom. 36,000 tier 2 before it ever got to do any action because Hancock's mind map stole the front row's corrosive armor. I don't know if that has anything to do with the tier 12. Maybe it was a few more troops on there, but he literally one-shot 37,000 tier 2 airships before it ever got to act, which is crazy. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
no, no, you're good, brother. Oh, the point that I was gonna make about walkers was, guys,
Walker player, listen
we
up. Go
gotta,
ahead.
yeah, we gotta, like, guys, like, if you're not a walker player, let me let you know something. You have no idea what it's like to be a walker player. All right, and I say this to everybody that's in the chat. I say this to everybody. Like, I know, and Mel's the man. I'm not really talking about. I'm just saying in general, because like, there's just key things like farming 330. I'm just gonna use this as an example. Then I'm gonna hit the nail on the head. Farming 330. Every walker player here right now, that's like decent and above. When you're farming 330s for your your middle range, you want to make sure that you don't lose any troops. And if you don't have like ridiculous like T12 troops or something like that, you can just throw all T12, you can blow that out, and you're still like throwing T7s or maybe a couple of T9s. You don't want to lose troops, right, while you're farming that. Bro, as a walker, in slot 1 and 4, all walker players know what I'm talking about. You're gonna put one ranger. And then in slot 2, 3, 5, and 6, you put T7 walkers, which is completely opposite to what us infantry and us airship do. Airship is probably full slot, something OP, right? But or just some infantry. But generally, the consensus is no. We want slots 1, 2, 4, and 5 to have the beefy stuff, and then like something weak at the bottom, like or some you know what I mean. It's literally the opposite. Like that's the metaphor that I'm trying to give to everybody here. Walker players are playing the game different. Why did I use that metaphor? Now the nail is going to get hit on the head. Because guys, walkers have the capability of having any headpiece while still maintaining 100% penetration. And it's walkers can achieve penetration at the easiest level. All you need is 2 wild roses, right? Let's use a standard marking. Mel, you were there with me, right, brother?
Yep.
Okay. So walkers, guys, think of it like this: we're trying to, uh, as a walker player, you build your commanders. Like, put it like this: if you're playing walkers and people look at your builds and they aren't blown away, like, what the hell is that? If they don't say that, then you're not doing it right. Because walkers, look at it: 2 wild roses at level 30 both give 16 penetration each. That's 32% penetration, right? With that 32% penetration and just Leo gems, 4 Leo gems, right? And 2 gears, level 30. Those Leo gems, that's 92% penetration. Put 3-piece, what's it called? Andromeda for the, the 3-piece Andromeda set
Mm-hmm.
that gives you 10% penetration. That's 102% penetration. And let's think physically about what the gear looks like. All you did was throw on 2 weapons and 2 gem sets, and you have 100% penetration. That means you could throw a Valkyrie piece head on. That means you could throw a freaking damage piece head on. You can do Overlord on the pens. It really changes the whole dynamic of what walkers can do. You can go bulky while still being a hard hitter. And it's just a discussion that's not really brought up much.
All right. So you're saying to get 100% penetration on walkers, you grab the
Yeah.
three-piece Andromeda, and what other gem?
And the Leo,
Okay.
60% ignore defense
Gotcha. So
with
Leo.
2 wild roses. With 2 wild roses, each giving 16% penetration at level 30.
Yeah. So the question is does that scale to 100, or does it
It
scale
does
to?
100%. 100%. That hits 100% defense.
No.
There's no.
No. I mean, does it actually though? Like, you know what I mean? Like, penetration is a different stat than ignores defense, right?
Which one do you feel is ignores defense? Is that once the same stat absolute defense gives? It's the same stat that to armor the tyrant gives. You know what I mean? Even the skill on rock. it increases defense. That's the same stat.
I just want to make sure, because when we make a
Mhm.
claim like that, you got to make sure that you're not just penetrating 50% and then ignoring the remaining 50% with Leo. Like, if he
Oh,
has.
what you're talking about right now is what Ridiculous Badger is saying in the chat
Oh, okay.
sometimes when he's like multiplicative versus additive.
Right, right.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so this is saying. So the thing about Leo, right, is that
Mhm.
it ignores 60% defense buffs, right? And it's not defense, just defense.
Vision is yeah, Vision in the chat says no, they don't. A guy named Aries says I don't believe they
Yeah,
stack.
I don't believe they do, man. I think, but to your point though, you're
Uh-huh.
still reducing. If you're getting 50% pin or 60% pin, you're still ignoring 60% of their defense. So that means if they have 100 defense, now they have 40 left, okay? And then you're with Leo, you might be ignoring another 60% of that, which leaves you at like 18
Uh-huh.
defense as opposed to the 100. So you're not getting that
Mhm.
100 pin. You're still getting way less, but it's not going to be
Mhm.
one-shotting enough to kill healing commanders.
Yeah, no, no, absolutely. And to Aries and Vision and guys, like, come on, man. You got to understand. There's so many different facets and spectrums to the game that you're bound to come across when you're a theory crafter. You don't, every theory is not a hit. You know,
Yeah.
do I have to quote Thomas Edison? The man is right now. Everybody's using electronics right now because a man failed 1,000 times, had 1,000 failed theories, but you know what I'm saying? That one that did work. Look, everybody has electricity. So you know what I mean? You have to put the
Yeah.
emotes in the chat, like you know what I'm saying? Like if I say something wrong,
That's good.
that I'm automatically like
Trust me,
not a
man.
credible dude. But
But see, here's the thing though: is the question
yeah.
is are you wrong? Right? The chat's saying you're
No,
wrong.
we do need to check. The chat is
That's the
saying
thing though. You might
we
be
do need to
right.
test.
Where's the replay?
Thank you. Thank you. Exactly. At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. And the thing is, I have a Walker account that I'm working with, but I don't have all that on the Walker account. I don't have a full pen set with the damage set. I'm gonna build towards it, and I'm gonna be able to go and provide that content for the community. But you know what I'm saying?
But
That's why you may.
let me add on that, right? So this game is not. There's no reason why this game doesn't have bugs every time they patch it, right? It's like, well, maybe they reworked Leo. It's like, why do you think they reworked Leo? Well, maybe they didn't mean to, or maybe Leo was broken the whole time and they finally fixed it and didn't say anything. So this also Leo says ignores 60% debuffs, defense buffs. Now I
Mhm.
remember when I did this test with Leo way early on, and I might be wrong here, but I actually remember saying if you have really crappy gear, like you have no plus defense on any of your stuff, like infantry does, then this all it is a guaranteed hit. It's not ignoring any of your defense because you don't have any. So
Oh yeah, no, of course, absolutely. There is that.
so
Yeah.
there's some wordings where it will ignore 60% of the defense buffs, but not total defense of your research and your troop type and all that. That can still be your base. It's only the stuff you add on gear or buffed on by spells. So that comes down to theory crafting, where sometimes you just grab one of each troop and then you just run the replay, change the gear, run the replay, and the damage is often different, so you have to write it down. So I'd run like 10 replays and be like, okay, I am 100% sure this definitely does this. Then
No, absolutely.
I
Yeah.
go.
No, but for real quick, I just want to say
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Low Jack in the chat, who's saying I run 100% Steam on Sister Wolf. Proof is enough for me. Absolutely. But I want to say to you this. Let's say you're a full Walker main, right? A lot of Walker mains only play Walker characters, and let's say that hey, Sister Wolf with Steam Cannon does the job. But what about Elf now? Elf would love to still be able to beat Reinhardt, but your Sister Wolf has Steam Cannon. Now you can throw Mind Map on Elf, still get Steam Cannon. You get what I'm saying? That's why the conversation needs to be had.
Mind map on Elf to
Yeah.
steal Steam Cannon?
No, remember. So what I'm saying is, if you only have 5 commanders, right?
Right.
And let's say you're all Walker player, that means you
Okay,
have
got it.
Sister Wolf, right, in one of your slots. She has Steam Cannon.
Gotcha.
Now, no commander on your slots can have Steam Cannon,
Right.
but you're a Walker main. So now you have Elf, and you still want your Elf to be able to beat Reinhardt.
Right.
but Steam Cannon is on Sister Wolf. So
Gotcha.
you're like, oh, throw Mind Map on there. Every time I hit my opponent, I'm gonna purge all the buffs off of him, and also be able to beat Orochi. So
Right.
that's why the conversation, like I said, needs to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
had.
I thought you were saying like mid-fight she would steal Steam
Oh, no,
Cannon.
no,
I'm
no, no,
like,
no,
nah,
no, no. Yeah,
you can't,
no, no,
can't do
no, no, no. I was just saying it's like a substitute Steam Cannon. Like when you have Steam Cannon on another character, use Mind Map, or Mind Map for Sister Wolf can also steal Orochi's skill and allow her to beat Orochi, and still also allow her to beat Reinhardt by purging his buffs. So
I can tell
it
you,
works either way.
like,
Uh-huh.
tip from content creator to content creator, or even just Arc of War
Yeah.
player picking a fight in
Mm-hmm.
guild chat. If you claim something
Mm-hmm.
and you don't have the proof, and you get into an argument with someone about it, and it escalates to the point where, like, dude, I got to prove this guy wrong. It's not hostile. It's like, so one of us is right, and we both need to know the answer. You will learn, right? You will get together and you will watch the replays together, and you'll come out and go, "Oh, damn, someone was right, someone was wrong. Doesn't matter. We're both winning here." And that's the great thing, because you can make a video about that, and you can educate 1,000 people, and all of a sudden people go, "You know what? This guy's his time investment into his channel, the shit he's making for me, this is worth it." And that's a good way to build a following, is like putting out data on simple questions people have all the time. Because it's a good question. Does Leo ignore all defense or just the defense from gear? It's like, well, Leo's irrelevant now, so it's not, most people aren't even giving a crap, right? It's not really going to change the meta. So you got to go into the higher end stuff. But then again, there's a lot of players that are still rocking Leo and Taurus because that's how you get your guaranteed hit. Even though, Medusa and Sonar is really the best, but there was a time where Medusa almost made a play in the meta. I think Medusa tank build. Medusa tank build.
With what? Like assault shields?
Yeah, so you would basically build her like a Rogers and run Sonar, right? You'd have your Sonar, or you'd take Sonar and put it on a different tank commander. Who had a better tank build? Was it Elf?
At that time?
It might have been Elf with Sonar. Yeah, or Medusa with penetration. I don't remember. I did a video on it. There was concepts for it. It was actually really good. It was actually a really good build, and it was useful in some small fights. I want to say other Walker commanders. I want to say it was other Walkers. But it was a cool build. Or if you ran tank Medusa build with Steam Cannon, right? That let her start tearing people up, including Elf.
How's it going, Ken?
But that was the time where we were looking at tier 12 tear space damage as like a potential viable solution for tank builds, and it still is, actually. I mean, you can see it. A lot of people run those tier 12 tear space troops. But let's I want to just throw this out there because I feel like I'm struggling with like the new tier 12 troops, like the Galaxy Guards. Dodge and heal. That's a great ability. That's awesome. It's definitely good for infantry. We love that. Problem with infantry is we never survive a hit. So,
exactly.
If we have enough damage reduction and we survive a hit, and then Galaxy Guards start dodging and we start healing up, okay, we can get in a few more rounds, which we need against Broken Fortress. Well, the Soul Reaver and the Vulcan, right? That's our tier 12 accuracy and crit troop. The Vulcan's a crit troop.
Yeah, it's the crit one.
I like the Vulcan. Dude, add crit damage. I'm going to hit really hard, which is important for overcoming healing commanders. Reinhardt, I'm looking at you. Orochi, I'm looking at you. But aren't all of them just running crit wither anyway? I mean, 600% crit wither kind of ruins that whole idea.
Well, they run that crit wither, but they sacrifice either defense or HP. But it's like, okay,
yeah,
can I
answer this?
Let me ask you that question, Mel. From what perspective are you asking yourself that question? As an infantry player, as a walker player, as an airship player, as a player that plays ghillie, as a player that plays, I don't know, War Machine, as a player that plays, like, you know what I'm saying? What perspective do you ask yourself that question?
So the problem with infantry is I've always wanted a viable tank build, and so the new troops being dodge heal troops makes me say, okay, well, I can put those in the front row, and I could have a little more survival in the front, and then I could run the crit troops in the back. But those back troops, they got to be hitting hard as possible. So I just want to make sure that crit wither isn't totally just ignoring that, because I think crit wither is still better than HP and defense. Because unless you're going against a spell damage commander, which is like, I don't know, Reinhardt's, Elf, Maybe this new commander I've got, Star Crusher. Let me see. I got a guy in chat, a high-level player that is willing to.
Share a replay.
Yeah.
I saw something about a replay. Yeah. No, and this is the Mel. Isn't this wonderful right now? Like we're getting replays as we're having the stream, so it's literally like we're putting it together with the community. And I want to thank everybody in the stream. I want to thank Low Jack. I want to thank Liang Liang DD. I want to thank Flame. I see here that you said that this Reinhardt, this mind map thing is making you a little afraid here as an Orochi player. I want to thank WAI in the chat. I want to thank RB. I want to thank Mr. Mike '06. I see you guys. I want to thank Dark 22. I see you guys. I want to thank Vision. What's going on, brother? I want to thank everybody in the chat. Who is it? Son Goku. I see you, brother. Tiango, Alexandria, Ferrero. I see you in the chat. Warraf, Black Tiger. I see you in the chat. Guys, we see you. Stay live. Keep it coming. All right, Mel, back to you, brother.
All right, I got my hat on backwards as per Ridiculous Badger's request.
Oh my God.
So Ridiculous Badger is one of the best theory crafters in history, and I'll shout Krylar out too. I always do because this man has done so much work for the community. He's saying that skills and gear, haul, etc., is multiplicative, and when he says multiplicative, what I mean is that they come in, they multiply off of the base. So if one does 60%, one does 10%, one does 40%, one does 10%, it doesn't just add up to like, oh, it's 100% times 100%, or 100% times 100 to get to 0 or something. He's saying that like the 60% would hit the 100, and now you're down to 40 defense, and that 40 defense would be hit by the 20%. And then now you're down to, 10 or 30, you get 10 off of it. So you get 30. So it doesn't work all the way, doesn't do it all in one shot. It's not additive in that regard. I think that's what he's saying, but I'm not sure if he's defining like all the gear is additive, right? Like all your gear from penetration gear, that all adds up. But if you picked up, say, penetration off of a haul, maybe that. No, actually, I do know that the haul is additive too, so you can get an extra flat 10 on some of one of the hauls. But if it's a skill, it may be different, and I don't think he's clarifying here. And there may be a Theory Crafter think tank breakdown of that. Aries saying, when are we gonna do replay of the week again, man? Okay, so one of the things, Reggie, is like when I started talking to you about getting caught up in the meta, and choosing yesterday, I was like, I need to just play the game. I needed to play the game for just 10 hours, just get back into Castle, learn the skills, learn the troop types, remember what scares you. Ridiculous Badger messed me out of nowhere. He was like, check your shield, and I was like, oh, heart attack. Getting back into the groove of things, remembering all the commanders and skills and layouts and the reasons people play certain ways. Well, I wanted to start figuring out that late game meta. So once I kind of familiarized myself, I started asking that question, like, who's the big boss? That's how we got to the Black conversation. That's how I started talking to some of the players again about Arc of War stuff. It's not just, hey, Melt, you're back. What are you doing? How you been? How things going? What's up with this? It's like, let's talk about the game. How are you beating Black? Right? And there's like, oh, like, okay, the Black question, And I feel like as an Arc of War veteran, you need to be able to know what the balance is on everything. Not because you're the galactic battle strategist, but it's like, this is kind of just how the pieces are played, like in chess. Like, yeah, I only play the queen. It's like, no, but dude, you got to know what a knight can do and a rook can do. So if someone's stacking it up with Reinhardt's, you should have a quick solution to how to get rid of a Reinhardt. It's like, well, all right, I'll just do like Stella one slot bust. And it's like, all right, I mean, yeah, you can. You're probably going to lose, but like you're going to kill more troops than you gain. But what's the march that just wipes him? What's the march that just wipes him?
I already know that answer. That's Sister Wolf.
Right. So, but it's
Steam Cannon.
It's Steam Cannon, right? It's almost any Walker commander with Steam Cannon.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it the most potentest way that if you are a Walker player, that I just said it. This is the exact formula. It is Sister Wolf, tier 11 infantry, right? So you have Andromeda, so you're shutting down that first slot at a 20% chance. And you have skill trigger pants so that your Steam Cannon is going off far more frequently, always making sure. Remember, Steam Cannon clears all slots So you're making
60%.
sure that that the thorns are never up. And then the reason why you want to make sure thorns are never up, because if thorns are never up, Reinhardt has no way to deal damage past your tear suppression.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have the correct gear set on, it's Sister Wolf with
Tear
tear
space.
suppression, skill trigger somewhere in the gear set. There's a few places to get it now. Skill pants used to be the old way, but the new way is going to be in the weapon with the sun weapon, and the new way is going to be in the ruthless in the headpiece. But there's other ways to get it. And also, Mel, just in case nobody didn't tell you, the gem set also the gems, right? Like you put in the headpiece with like attack or accuracy, like the gems.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They're the new gem sets have penetration.
What?
Yeah,
How
and it's in
much?
the head. Um, does anyone have the number in the chat? What is the percent that the new gem sets? I'm talking about the canes. I'm talking about Y. It's LYNX links, and I'm talking about the Warcom one. But how those give individual stats. The new stat that comes on that is penetration, so it allows people to go ahead and reach 100% a little bit easier. But
Hey,
anyway, I digress. Go
yeah,
ahead,
yeah.
Mel.
When we talk about Caesar Chavez, the new commander, it's
Hmm.
CZ. It's just Czar, right? Isn't that how it's pronounced?
Isn't
Czar.
it Common Czar? Isn't I thought it
Common
was
Czar.
Common
Yeah,
Czar?
yeah.
Yeah,
Common Czar.
Common Czar.
Yeah, yeah. That's Russian Czar. Got it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
tier
dude.
suppression. It's Sister Wolf tier suppression with Andromeda, and like I said, Sister Wolf tier suppression, Andromeda with steam cannon, right, in a skill trigger gear because you want to have high skill. Okay, I'm saying it again based off of what I saw in the chat. Yeah, and you want to have tier suppression gear.
But I mean, I think like even to that regard, like you're piling on more. Like you, I mean, does it even matter at this point? Like, dude, if you got steam cannon, Reinhardt's done. You
Yeah,
know.
no, it's and by the way, this is the last cherry on top. Mel, what type of Sister Wolf am I talking about? I'm talking about a utility comp. I'm talking about you could have a 100K invested into Reinhardt. I could have a utility comp Sister Wolf, and I will knock out that 100K
Mm-hmm.
of Reinhardt. That's the type of Sister Wolf I'm talking about.
Right. And infantry
Yeah.
doesn't have that for anything.
Not necessarily. Like supposedly, Puppet Master is supposed to be the tank killer. Because if you think about it, okay, when it comes to what beats what, let's talk about what the numbers generally look like, right? Of course, it's a little different based off the information that we just received about how the skills and the gear are different, additive and multiplicative, how those are different with the gear and the stats. But let's just talk about what we know already. What we know already is that Reinhardt loves to have damage reduction. That's number one. That's his primary way. He's going to
Reinhardt loves damage
stay.
reduction. Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna have damage reduction pants, right? The fearless, and he's gonna have the lucky nodding headpiece because he wants damage reduction. Now, those two are some key component items. Now, let me tell you something. If you blew through damage reduction, all those two items really do is give you 20% HP and some trigger rate. That's not enough to win a fight. And that's exactly why characters like Mechanical Puppet, like the whole anti-damage reduction meta is so powerful. Is because everybody's wearing the same damage reduction gear. They look at Beetlejuice. That's damage reduction plus crit. But still, guess what? Yeah, you're getting the damage reduction Renord, but you still have the crit Wither, which is gonna do wonders because it's halving your attack. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, blowing through damage reduction is gonna be key. And then Airship just gets the cherry on top to be able to combat and crit Wither a lot better than everybody else. Do you feel that was accurate or
Yeah.
no?
Yeah. I mean,
No?
the problem is I'm just so out of touch with even what Puppet Master can do.
Well, just know this. It's not even like it's not deep. It's literally just this one sentence.
Yeah.
His second skill blows through damage reduction,
Right.
right? And you're like, all right, Reg, how do I achieve that? What do I need on him to get it to where people scream? Okay, they're gonna scream when you have his unique weapon, right, on him, and the unique weapon basically says that you get both effects at the same time. If you read the skill by itself, Mechanical Puppet, his second skill, you read it by itself. It says if a puppet is out, which is a Rochi looking skill. If you ever seen Mechanical Puppet and then you've seen a Rochi skill on the map, that's Mechanical Puppet's
Yeah.
that's his puppet. But really, it looks like a Rochi skill. So that skill, when it's out, Mechanical Puppet blows through like I think it's either HP or defense, and then when it's gone, he either blows through the other one.
HP.
Yeah, but when you have his weapon, he blows through both always. So Think about it. You're blowing through HP always, and you're blowing through damage reduction always. All you need is a pen set, and then you just destroy Reinhardt. Like everything he's wearing gets
I mean, that
destroyed.
sounds like you
So
destroy everyone.
yeah, he's the new Nekajiro, and he looks cool. To me, I actually love looking at him on my screen on my five commanders because he looks like Reinhardt's little brother. Like I don't know about you, but
It
I love
kind of
looking at
does.
the
All
commanders.
right, it kind of does.
Yeah. So it's like the assassin brothers, you know what I mean? And so trust me, don't come back into like Arc War with the mentality like, oh damn, infantry doesn't got it. We're probably still getting shitted on. No, the answer is Mechanical Puppet, and he actually looks cool.
All right, I want to throw this to the chat for a minute. We got a bunch of people here. I want to throw this out. We were talking earlier about doppelganger tunes, and Reg said that Star Crusher is Thanos. His flavor text is, it said that all the vanished planets in the universe are all Star Crusher's masterpieces. I think you're right, dude, and I think that's a pretty good one.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And that's
go ahead.
That's a fair enough knockoff too. Like I'm not mad at him for knocking that off. That's appropriate. It's just enough that it's suggestive and unique.
You got to see his S skin. He actually looks cooler. He actually looks cooler. He looks more like a superhero, and the thrusters are more blown out.
All right. What other commanders fall into that? I think what is Chief? What is Chief?
It's all right. I can tell you this, and Mel. Thank you for having me on here, and thank you for everybody that's out here right now. Spread the word once again about the stream. Get everybody out here. And RP, I did see your reply in the chat of no guarantee hit, RIP. You know what I mean? And not yes and no. There's people who are building. I'm just gonna say it for what it is. Arc of War is not a game where you wear one armor set. So in the scenario of, oh, I went out one season, Mark and Mel. If at any point I step out, brothers, go ahead and check me to jump in.
All right.
But let's say you go Galactic Battle 16, right? Or matter of fact, let's just talk about right now. Galactic Battle 18 is happening right now. We're about to go into that. If you go watch my videos that I go put up, you go see yourself as a mechanical puppet losing to a black. Now you're gonna think to yourself, you know why I was losing? Because he was dodging. What if I save one slot for my mechanical puppet, just to put some accuracy gear with some penetration, like the infantry accuracy gear. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
What's the name of those, Mel?
The infantry accuracy gear?
With penetration. It's our signature weapon. I'm sorry, the truth.
The truth, yeah.
The truth gives accuracy, dodge, and penetration.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What if you say to yourself, oh, I need accuracy because this black is dodging me. You go throw on two truths. You go throw on, what's it called? There's another one. Well, you just throw on a pen set on the head, and you go and throw on
red pupil.
Either red pupil, or I was gonna say for the pants, you throw on some Voltars. You know what I'm saying? Just because you want that accuracy, or whatever you want, Overlord, Voltars. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying is, Arc of War, guys, completely. This is the most evolutionary statement that's gonna be said here in this little segment. Arc of War is not a game where you play your commanders with one armor set. You got to think to yourself, there's a sister, just think back to the Sister Wolf analogy. I have a Sister Wolf, there's a Reinhardt. Boom, I'm going to throw on my attack gear. I'm going to throw on steam cannon. Boom, I knock him out. Now here comes an Orochi. Now my attack gear isn't working. Am I going to say, oh, pack it up, guys, I'm going to sleep tonight? Or you expand your mind a little bit and go ahead and grab that pen gear that you have sitting on your king because you're a Walker player or whatever, right? Or your pen gear that you have sitting on another character, put that on your Sister Wolf. Now go swing again at that Orochi. Now you have a different situation. All right, and that's the type of mentality that should be promoted. Just taking advantage of what the game is. It's very fast. And Mel, hand it off to you.
All right. So what I'm trying to do is I hear what you're saying, and you're right, man. That is the right way Arc of War is meant to be played. And not only that, they actually are gearing up our troops to be that way as well. In other words, if you have a need for tear space or dodge troop or shielding or tank troops, not only can you switch your gear, you can switch your troops. And it's like, well, I don't have max leadership. It's like, dude, you don't always need max leadership. Ultimately, if you build a gear set with a matching troop type that all kind of synergizes, it's going to be more potent, even if you have lower leadership.
Absolutely.
And we're just ignoring the repair costs and all this. But
No, no, of course. Yeah. We're just talking about the fun part of the game.
I got a
Like that.
Star Crusher report. Hold on, I got a Star Crusher report. I finally got Fisher to fight me.
All right.
Here we go. So he fought me with Eye of Greed, and that's tier
I'm
11.
telling you, Mel, you have a crush on Star Crusher, bro. So let's keep it 100.
Wait, I have a
low key crush on that guy, bro.
Oh, dude, I got Stella gear on him. I need to change that.
Be a new man. You want to do it? I think that's really cool.
Oh,
Get him to S grade, man. Go. Have you seen his S grade skin, bro?
hold on. No, I have not. But where's my ghillie? There we go.
Oh, I see it. I see it now.
All right.
Yes,
there.
you see. Thank you, Mel. What did I just tell you? The accuracy gear with motherfucking penetration. That's what's on this guy. That's your answer to people going dodgy. And I think that was the what they call Star Crusher versus King. That's what I was talking about. Just in case you're on a different screen right now.
All right. So I was able to change my gear, and I don't think I have to resend. There we go.
All right.
Now we're
Cool.
talking. Here we go. All right. So.
Oh, you went crit with it, bro?
Well,
why not more dodge?
This was my tank build on accident against tier 11.
Yeah.
I don't even want to watch that because that's King. I'm going to watch Hoodoo and his damage gear. This is some old world builds. All right. The dinosaur
everybody's
build.
swinging at you now.
All right, so let's see what happens here. Hoodoo rolls in, tier 12. Same setup, really. All right, my Wings of Eternity, Art of Explosion, Nano Bombs. So Art of Explosion didn't do any damage because there was no bombs on him. 252 million. Oh, he healed. Big heal. Andromeda, Art of Explosion. So I was able to one-shot that first row because of Wings of Eternity. Here comes the Nano Bombs going on the back row. But dude, I'm hitting really hard. Why am I hitting so hard? I wonder if this guy's star is like really low research, maybe?
No, but do we have the replay with Broken Fortress?
I don't have one.
Oh, okay. I was just asking him the gear. My bad. I just because I do want to know if he blows through damage reduction, because that would put him on the map.
I'm just kind of getting through this replay here. I want to see.
No, but
I'm hitting way too hard.
No,
yeah.
I was gonna say no. Just always remember though. Right now with the current gear, FOMO Hall is the universal way that they allow everybody in the entire game to be able to hit the penetration. You know, and of course we have the airship old way of the reason. You know why Kane's is so good, right?
Yeah, it disables.
Yeah, but like
Fourth
with
skill
the
and
primary thing that they're disabling is everybody's fourth skill
Yeah.
that disables damage reduction. Think about it.
The fourth skill that disables damage reduction.
Yeah, the reason why Kane's is so prevalent is because what they're blocking is people from having damage reduction by using it a fourth skill. Think about it. Because look,
What's fourth skill?
look, for everybody, right? Infantry. No, let's start with airship. For airship, what was the most popular anti damage reduction build for airship? Easy. Black with Lady and Beast. You remember it? We did a video on it. I know you remember it.
I don't.
Lady and Beast. If you miss, it's like Kings for airship.
Remember, I did that video. Which one's better, Lady and Beast or so and so? And I was like, well, probably not Lady and Beast because she's too hard to release her tokens or something.
Yeah, but you remember her skill? What it's like Kings, where it's like if it misses,
Yeah.
if the attack misses, your damage is 100%, and it blows through damage reduction. So that would also beat Broken Fortress. But if the Broken Fortress player was like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to turn off your fourth ability.
So
Now
that's
how do you beat?
yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's why Broken Fortress. That's why it's the combo of Broken Fortress with Canes. You understand what I'm saying? Because that guarantees you take 0 damage.
All right, check this out.
Yeah.
I've got a tier 11 replay versus tier 12. I win. It's King. He has a full pen set, so he's running a pen build. King penetration tier 11 versus Star Crusher tier 12 full attack gear. So it's like 2 attack builds. I'm obviously dodging a lot, and he's King, so he's going to do well. So he's got Wings of Eternity level 30. So let's see what he can do.
Yo, are you ever gonna join EXE with us over here with us, bro?
I don't know yet. We'll see what Seven Pirates wants to do. So
Well, just know EXE is throwing it out there because I definitely had some chat with them guys and they were like, "Yo, Mel should join us." I'm
yeah,
like, "Yo, word."
no, I can't. I basically have told everyone that's invited me that I appreciate it, but I don't want to just show up and then like, migrate again or quit or whatever until I have a plan. Once I have a plan, then I'll show up and be like, all right, guys, this is what I'm doing here, and then we'll make the rules with the officers, what I can and can't talk about, and then because that's a problem, right?
But
It's like,
no, it is.
yeah, the big
But I
players,
hope
they'll get mad that I'm there if I'm talking about their builds. So
absolutely. No, but I hope that you have received a warm welcome, especially with my presence. You know what I mean? To make sure you enter this back in the community in the right light and with the right support. You know what I mean?
all right, so let me tell you guys about this replay. So the new tier 12 Galaxy Guard, I think it's Galaxy Guard. I'm getting pretty beat up by this king, but you're seeing that every time I take damage, I'm healing 30% of my troops back, which I've lost probably 10,000 troops by now, but I've only really lost 2,000 because I keep healing through it. So this king with tier 11 infantry is running Wings of Eternity. I get a huge advantage with tier 12 over tier 11, so my accuracy doesn't matter. I'm going to basically hit him every time with or without guaranteed hit, and he's got to basically trigger his wings enough to actually kill me all the way, which he obviously doesn't do because I win this replay. Oh, wait a minute. I did not heal off of that hit. Oh, wait a minute. But did his Andromeda disable me? Wait, I don't know. Let me check if he has Andromeda. Sorry. Let me give a turn. Light at Gemini. Mind's Eye. So he's going to hit. He's not going to get the Mind's Eye bonus. Oh, that's right. I heal off of combat damage, but I don't heal off of Mind's Eye. Or the if you miss, you hit. Yeah. So if I miss, I won't be able to heal. If he misses, now watch this. He'll hit me and I won't heal because the Mind's Eye damage doesn't trigger the heal. Yeah, okay. So you're learning again.
I'm learning again. I like that. Because,
yeah, I haven't got to. I'm trying to think. Have I even done any damage to him yet? I mean,
what gear are you running again on that Star Crusher? Let me try to think.
Nano bomb. I'm running Gilly damage gear.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I mean the damage set, the Two Titan Dev Hound Overlord, right? What do you got on the pants?
I think I have Overlord pants. Yeah.
Sure. No, what do you have on the pants right now?
My current pants are Overlord.
And you said the Azora chest?
I think it's that or the tier suppression one. Gemini.
And what stones, what gems you got in there?
So I was finishing up the replay. Man, that king build, penetration king build, and people have been talking to me about that build. Truly a meta build, man. If you're tier 11, you need to be running king.
Yeah, a very good king player. If you guys go watch my Galactic Campaign 17 videos, is a guy named Sticky. Raziel was talking about him, and then lo and behold, he was already in GC busting heads. And I'm talking about he was the biggest. He was one of the bigger king players that was making the biggest upsets.
Yeah, this king replay kind of just shows me that, like, yeah, I'm a glass cannon build, so like he's gonna hit me hard. He's tier 11 infantry, it hits hard. But like he's benefiting so much off of missing me and not triggering my heal that even when he does hit me, I honestly think this king would be better if he didn't have a guaranteed hit. He needs to take that guaranteed hit off. He would have done every time he actually did hit me, I got to heal through it all. I don't know. That's kind of a crazy replay. He has a little bit better.
The Leo was the guaranteed hit though, right?
No, it was. He had Gemini, and just Gemini.
Oh, just Gemini. Okay, because the chat confirmed that the Leo and the other thing didn't work together. Okay, yeah. But thanks for the chat. But like I said, I would love the replay also. But and you see the skill trigger pants once again. And the reason why the skill trigger pants are such a big thing is just to be like, sometimes you do send the margin. You're like, hey, I should have won that, but I just didn't trigger right. So Mel, you're gonna see a shift that everybody who bought skill trigger pants, they're gonna cry when everybody who's now able to get skill trigger pants is not gonna get skill trigger pants anymore. They're either gonna go for Ruthless, the headpiece, and go for the penetration sweet set that I was talking about, right? And the reason why that's great, I'll talk about in a moment. But primarily because that you can either get skill trigger from the headpiece, the Ruthless, right?
Hey, should I hit this
And
guy?
get go ahead.
This guy's
What's up?
unshielded in Cassitan.
Do it. Do it for the gram.
Oh, I could totally do it.
Do it for the gram.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna get wrecked. All right, we got to do it. We got to do it. Let's see what we got.
Yeah. Oh, I see it now. I see it now. He's 446K. I mean 46 million. 446 million.
I kind of want to send a Hancock Sweet March at him. I know I'm gonna get wrecked.
Yo, you got a plasma? Take away first strike. Send a plasma.
I could. You're right. Double speed march him. I'm afraid as soon as I march him, he's gonna share me, and I'm gonna get marched. And I'm on an emulator with the stream going. I'm a little laggy.
You point. Come on, dog. You point blank, and this is gonna be the first on his stream.
How am I gonna do this?
Yeah, send it Reinhardt, right?
No, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do the Hancock Sweet build.
Yeah.
And
I'm sorry. I said Reinhardt. I'm sorry. Yeah. I was looking at the Hancock. Yeah. Reinhardt. I mean, Hancock. 100%.
I'm not rushing into this too. I'm gonna take my time on this one. Think about this out. See if he changes his mind. Because I mean, he's inviting an attack. You know, he's inviting.
If this was edited right now, this song would be playing. I'm gonna take my time.
Yeah,
that's an R&B song. I don't know if you know it.
I'm not prepped for marching speed, skills. I'm gonna take my time. If he wants a fight, I'll give him a fight.
Mel, you gotta do it right. Go to the world map. Click on him.
Yeah.
Go to information.
Okay.
You ready? Block him. Then go to the chat, and then go to your block list. See if he's online.
Oh, I know he's online. So you're saying go here.
Go to information, and then top right you should block, and then go to the chat, and then hit the box that shows you your blocked people, and scroll down, see where you see his name, see if he's online or not.
Yeah,
it's gonna show green. He's online.
Yeah.
He wants it, bro. No, this is gonna be. Yeah, he wants it. This is a counter march, bro. Off rip. That's why I said send the plasma, bro. Send the plasma. Blow it up. Whatever he got going on, blow it up. And you're gonna soften it up for the second hit anyway. Remember, it's 4 seconds after you send the first hit, right? Which is gonna be a weenie basic plasma right now. After 4 seconds, send your real march. You ready? You know you're gonna by that time you're gonna know what it is.
You're changing my plan.
Yeah. What are you gonna go for? What are you gonna go?
No, I don't want to do the plasma. Plasma's a safer hit because I'll definitely trade and get something out of it. But I feel like with the Hancock, dude, I might be able to go for something big.
Do it.
I'm
just
so
know
far
that he's
away.
prepped, bro. He's online. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Oh yeah, he knows it's coming.
Online.
I could do something small like this. I don't want to do tier 9 though.
Wait, did he jump?
No.
Is he still there?
I could try that.
Wait, did he jump though?
No, he's right here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw you swapped off to a different screen. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna jump.
Yeah, for me.
Oh, wait a minute. 4740. I'm too cheap to do that. Let me do this. I'll jump a little closer.
Yo, did you pop your buffs?
Yeah.
All right. Your medical bang, your attack, your dodge.
All right, we're just gonna throw something at him and just see what happens, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, and he deserves it, bro. His name is Sasuke. What is this, bro? What is this, man? This is Arca War players, bro. What is this? Why are you jumping away? Oh no, wait. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought on my screen you were jumping away for a second.
Yeah, so I took the loss there. All right, we're gonna pop the shield because I'm not as brave as him.
What does he have?
Oh, I got wrecked, Sister Wolf. All right.
All right. What's the answer to Sister Wolf?
You see what it is?
It's DPS comp. You see, bro. I told you would have sent the plasma.
Yeah.
Did he have tier 11 infantry?
I do.
No, but I'm saying that's what he beat you with, tier 11 infantry.
No, he beat me with T12 walkers, but he didn't have sweet.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say,
so sad.
bro.
I did have Sui on, right? So my tier 9 could have Sweet the tier 12. Let's find out why it didn't. Gemini.
He had they're called Blue Hulks.
Yeah, yeah.
He had Blue Hulks and he had the T-12 Terror Space in the back. He's
So
basically pulling the Reinhardt tactic in a sense.
there's
With
the
200
resistance weekend. Yeah, he got it on his ambition.
200 in slot one. That's kind of a bulky send. It's kind of bulky. What you could have done, you could have sweet this.
Yeah.
You could have done those triangle formations with tier 11 infantry with Walker and also the one that's airship Walker. You could have done dual triangle formations. You know what I'm talking about, right?
No, I'm worried about my gear right now. Hold on a second.
Okay, okay, my
Hold
bad.
on. So if he's going T12 Sister Wolf. So this is the problem with my knowledge base, right? Like I don't remember the best way to beat this.
No,
Back
it's
in
Mickey Mouse. Bro, remember, listen. Wait, with his gear. What is his chest piece?
ambition. Hold on.
Ambition? Well, damn, it's probably high level as fuck too, right?
Yeah, it's high level. But
Bro, you can't sweet that, man.
no. I need
Stop,
to
you can't sweet. Different plan.
I can't
Can't
dude,
swing 'em.
this would be a Rogers march back in the day. You just run Rogers right through him. This is
Yeah, absolutely.
T12 Blue Hulk.
It's a damage build, so essentially
Yeah.
there's no defense. You know what I mean? You don't even have to run like penetration. You could run attack. You just need to hit him before he hits you.
I mean, honestly,
And-
this seems like a plasma run.
I was trying to tell you, bro.
Yeah, that's like the only thing I have in my arsenal, dude. Like, let me think about that.
F it, bro. Dragon Slayer. What you got on her?
I got box troops. I might be able to do some damage with.
Yeah. I could probably. Well, he had 200 in slot one. You're not gonna win slot one. You could probably win slot two. You could probably blow through his slot two.
I don't even have Awaken on this. Let me see this. All right, we're gonna Awaken Gilly for not defense.
Yeah.
Not
Remember,
dodge.
Sister Wolf has 100% accuracy, I believe.
All right. So we can run my Gilly. I'll just go damage versus damage.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Because he's not running defense. He's he's a damage comp.
The problem is though, is he's a walker, so he has way high accuracy. I'm not gonna dodge shit.
That's what I was looking at Dragon Slayer. I'm telling you, maybe Dragon Slayer with some sweet. No, but he has the ambition.
Like this is so hard to do marches on my freaking laptop.
Yeah, I play on the phone, bro. I go hard on the paint on the phone, man.
All right.
But yeah, I believe in you, Mel. You got this. The stream.
For the
is
stream.
telling you anything?
All right.
Can we put our hands in the air? Mel is Goku. We're gonna give him energy for the spirit bomb.
Dude, you know what I'm kind of thinking I should do? Garrison myself with one slot bust Gilly, dump my resources, and then hit him with plasma, leave myself unshielded, and hope they don't send a full march of tier 1 Reinhardt.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm reading the chat. Like Calabrea, he's like Reginaldus is more excited than Mel. I'm like, yo, dude, yeah, I just finished doing a bunch of video editing. Yeah, I wanted to see some damn action, man.
Well, so the thing is like I could one slot bust, defend my arc, and take a hit. Like I don't care, dude. I'll take a hit.
Yeah. How many soldiers you got? A couple of like over 20 mil, right?
Yeah, I can take a hit. I got Shadow Matter too. It's not going to steal my resources, but they would steal a ton of resources. But I don't really care. Like I got so many resources.
Go for it, bro. You gotta win one on the stream. Just swing, bro. It's the whole point. Swing. Win.
Let me think about
Does Melt look next to you? Regal Book says Melt.
What is the best way to do
Did
this?
somebody come up? He goes, that's my march. Yo, shout outs to everybody in the chat once again. The Dark, the Low Jack, the Regal Book, the Mr. Mike, OG6.
Yeah.
All
right. Hold on. So check this out. This guy is parked up next to me. Big Chun. What's up, dog? Big Chung is, what's up, dog? What's up? What's up? You want to swing? just don't send Reinhardt.
Yo, run up.
I think he's the leader of our Cassitan this season or this time too.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
The big Chungus.
Big Chungus, yeah, he's been doing the most PvP.
What's up?
I'll show
Yeah,
you.
I see you sent the message. Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
God, I'm seeing it now to show you. You're the best. You want to swing? Don't
Let's
sell
see
my
what's
heart, T1. Yeah, it's
Oh,
good with you. With a smirk on your face, Mel. You're hilarious. Oh man, I'm loving it. Yo, everybody pile up at this spot. Yo, I'm at your caster, but I don't think I can go to where you're at, bro. Damn. I would pull up on you, Mel. With my 30 mil arc.
So I think what's ghetto about my arc is
Uh-huh.
I think my ghillie build is the same as my plasma build. So I don't have two builds.
Uh,
I
well,
wonder.
it's you see, remember, it's that whole scenario that I was telling you earlier. All you need to do is build a separate pen set. And when it comes to plasma, you remember, bro, I told you earlier, did you see plasma's new item?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
What
bomb.
does it do?
It hits
What
harder
is
on
it?
the bombs. You got to die to score.
By how much? By how
400,
much?
400.
And what other stat was on that armor piece?
The dodge, maybe?
No, penetration. Remember, the item that's saying that it hits 400% is a penetration item with SWE on it.
Mm.
So you're supposed to wear a SWE set with penetration and aim that guy towards airship
Yeah. Yeah.
or
No.
air,
Yeah.
and you're just gonna blow somebody the hell up.
Yeah. Yeah. That's there's a whole theory there.
Yeah.
Let me see. So,
Yeah. By the way, what's your location now, Reggie?
shit. Oh.
You don't want to put that information out there.
Oh, they can see it.
What is
Too
it?
much.
Because the stream is delayed for me,
I'll
so I'm
fuck
gonna miss it. All right, I'll wait for the stream. So I'll get.
Yeah. No,
But
I just Yeah, look at him. He's just sitting there. He's just sitting there. They want it, dude. They want it. As soon as I do anything, though, as soon as I do anything, I'm gonna get crushed. So the question is, do I just go for just? All right, I got an idea. I'm not gonna say nothing.
No, remember, you can swing, hit, and then jump.
Yeah.
So you don't gotta get hit.
Right. I mean,
so this is keep it 100. You could actually swing twice. You could swing, hit, jump, hit, and then throw up a shield. That's what I would do. But I know you just got back. Fingers may be a little rusty.
my guildmate's asking me, "Did you hit his boat?" He said, "Not well." Yeah. So. All right. So here's the thing. I can swing on this guy, but it's like you're a moron to do what I'm doing. Just for the record, anyone watching this going, "Well, that looks like fun." It is fun, but don't kid yourself. Everyone in their guild is watching me. I already swung on him, and I'm melt. They're all watching me. So whatever I do, they're coming right for me. So they're gonna hit my arc really hard if I let them. So what I have to do is basically look at him. He's just like standing right next to me unshielded. He's like, "Do it, hit me." So what I can do is because I know where he is and he's not moving, he's inviting it in, right? So what I can do is I can gold hop next to him, but you never want to be on the same screen, right? You want to be like 3 tiles down. Yeah, you're gonna pay more for the speed march, but when they go to look at his arc or look for my arc, I won't be right outside. Like if he opens to his map to figure out where I am, if he just sees me right next to him, he doesn't have to, click on the mini map and go looking for me. He won't know how far I am right away. So it's like a little tactic. Man. I don't mind throwing the gold down and risking it. All right, let's do it. We're gonna go. What am I doing wrong? Nothing. We're gonna go for it.
Do it for the gram.
Oh, I'm gonna get fucking wrecked for this.
I wish I could see this right now, like live. I gotta wait for the game to catch up.
Gave me a heart attack. He gave me a heart attack. Oh, look at him. He did it too. He sent tier 1. He sent tier 1. Okay, so good news. I made it through.
Oh shit, good shit.
All right, I made it through.
What'd you send?
Plasma with 20 tier 12 per slot.
Damn right you did. Yo,
Got in the bottom row.
just I know you guys can't see me, but everybody in the chat that was like, "Yo, this is the worst advice ever." I'm staring at you right now because he just sent the plasma.
All right, there's the bomb. All right. I'm doing 6 per slot. I'll get enough of them. All right, beautiful. All right. I would say
I told you, that's why plasma is so good. You remember, plasma beats damage comps.
yeah. Oh yeah, glass cannon for sure. He kills glass cannons, but it's risky. It's a risky. It doesn't always trade so well.
No, absolutely, absolutely. It's just the debate whether you're going to wear damage gear or you're going to wear penetration gear. And if you're going to wear penetration gear, you have to have his headpiece, quantum module to do 400% more damage, and then your jewels and everything else you just stack damage,
Yes.
and you're gonna blow through somebody.
So when you look at the stats, right? He lost 94 tier 12. I lost 80, but my infantry is costs half as much as his does. So I lost 80. He lost 180. So he lost 2 to 1, which brings us to about even on the other march. Damn, T-Vor's coming at me. Dude, that's a good march. He sent. I'll show you this. You'll see it in the live stream. He sent a Orochi max lead, tier 2 in the front, tier 1 in 4 and 5, and tier 12 in slot 6. Just 10 of them, just enough to make sure.
Yeah, right now I just saw the 80 Great Sage that you sacrificed to beat up all of his damn, you switched it. But yeah, I just saw how he beat the Sister Wolf, you know what I mean? And I told you, to me, as like an infantry player, like we both from an infantry mains, that's how I started. Um, Dude, the first march, like normal people send weenies. I'm like, bro, scratch that, bro. I'd rather just send plasma, and if you have a damage column, I just softened you up. So now when I go ahead and strike with first strike, I just softened you up. You know what I mean? I won't have to do the whole reset of the first strike again to send my proper march. But then again, sometimes people taunt. You send like baby fake marches just to check them with, and then you send something real. You know?
Yeah.
Okay. What we got going on the stream right now? Maybe something's crazy.
No, I was just messaging Sasuke because I'm just glad he did that.
Yeah.
He's taking a risk for me.
Okay.
Having a little fun.
But I'm just glad you got the W. I'm glad you got the W.
I got a W. I lost the second one. I insta lost because luckily I didn't lose any troops, but I didn't have any troops in slot 1. I think so.
Oh, I see it, Hannah. Thanks for the fun. I appreciate you taking this. Yeah. It's very sportsmanlike, Melt. I salute my package, my good sir.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, right? Like, I mean, at the end of the day, this is a PvP game. Yes, it hurts your wallet every time you lose, but like, this is why you play. I've had the most fun I've had in Arc of War in the last 30 minutes, right? Like, I could legit have a heart attack right now. Like, it's awesome. It's awesome. That's why we do it. I'm thinking about just sending all my troops at him. Fuck it. What's the worst that can happen? I'm in Cassitan, right? It's supposed to be easier to heal.
Yeah, and think to yourself, yo, Mel, right now, even with that little skirmish you just had, imagine you had a fully built, like, I'm talking about, you got the skills to level 60 on Mechanical Puppet. Imagine you had a pen set, you know what I'm saying? On top of, like, not saying to throw away your damage set, no, just to alternate due to scenarios. You're in the game, full game infantry, brother. With just Mechanical Puppet. Make sure you get the item piece for Mechanical Puppet, which is the Soul Blade. Make sure you get the item piece for Plasma for the 400% damage. It's gonna be the same pen set. And bro, right there, you're in the game again with infantry. Front line in it. You know what I'm saying? Because you already have a sweet set.
Lojack's looking in chat like I said about 2 minutes ago. I was about to send everything I had. I was just joking, but
oh my god.
I mean,
but Mel, you feel me though? Do you feel that way, or are you still kind of feel that you're not to date with the meta?
I'm in it. The problem is the melange. It's a lot of melange to get the pin set.
Oh, I got it all 30, brother.
Is it all level?
I'm free to play.
Yeah, I'm
all 30.
I got all 30. I got all 30 too. I'm worried about getting to all 40. I'm about 40 is what I'm worried about.
Oh, okay. I can give you the exact date where that's going to be a past wonder. You ready? I can give you the exact date.
What do you mean it passed Wonder?
All right, check this out. Next, it just passed 2. This last Black Friday, right?
Mm-hmm.
They had a $100 package where they gave you, bro, 4 plus 30, no, plus 4 plus 35s, right? And then they gave you 140 and 1 plus 45.
So they
So they
made it
gave
a
you
lot easier.
145, 140, and then they gave you 4 35s for $100 with also it was 80 mil resources all the way across the board, also with cash on Black Friday. Bro, that's the deal of a century. That was in game, by the way.
You think I
How do
ought
you
to
feel
go
about
on
it?
Big Chungus, dude?
Well, what's up?
Think I ought to swing on Big Chungus?
Do it, bro. We back. What else we doing?
I mean,
We're
it's
here.
only 50 troops per slot.
Do it. Is Big Chungus wasn't the sister wolf, was he?
I don't know who it is.
Yeah, you see somebody in the chat. That was the baller package. Kino, Flame no. That
I'm sending one
package
more.
was ridiculous. And I think it had no, that was a different one. There was another $100 package that had a 10,000 what is that? What's that currency called? The one you gotta pay for? Unlimited crystal? Yeah. What are you doing right now, Mel? I can't see on the screen.
I swung on him, and then he disappeared.
Did you win?
No, he disappeared. I speed marched him, but it didn't go through.
Oh, because yeah, okay, got you. It was like target wasn't available, basically. Okay. What about TVCR? He doesn't have his shield up, right? But he has you got to slow march him. Maybe he's baiting you. Get on top of him.
I'm just playing real slow on purpose, just kind of playing with them.
Mm-hmm. I see you sent it. I appreciate that.
I want them to think I'm slipping, you know, like I'm not paying attention or something. I've got my slow march on. Oh, for sure.
Look,
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Bro, and you don't even have the freaking molecular quantum module, bro. I'm telling you, Mel.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. No, but you know what I'm saying? But that's our boy, bro. That's Plasma. That's our boy. That's when I think infantry, man, I think utility count. But you know, our counter is Hoodoo. Hoodoo counts players. Plasma's so nasty.
Whoa! T4
What's
let
up?
me through. Ah, no combat. Oh, man. Alright, so I just showed it on the live stream, you'll see.
Okay.
So there's a remember that old trick, I don't know, it was one of my old videos, where you can like jump under somebody and you have like instant march time because you're literally on the same square.
Oh, nah.
Yeah, I want to try that.
Do it. Yeah, I would love to see it.
Let's see. Problem now is I just said that and they're watching the stream.
Yeah, no, stay there. Whoever it is, stay there. This is an educational moment. You gotta do this for the stream.
Alright.
This is an educational moment. Do not jump.
I'm gonna get wrecked so hard if I...
Do it. Make sure you pop them buffs. You got your buffs up, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Go for it. Is it the great sages that you're sending right now that you're worried about?
Hey, for the record, Big Chungus said I had no balls. Then I marched him, and he jumped. Motherfucker.
Right?
Fucking shit.
Wouldn't be on like a PlayStation, something like that. Jump right in front of you, traveling arc. When he rides over you, bam. Jump in front of the traveling arc. When he rides.
There we go, 3-second march.
Oh.
You know, I'm gonna stay right here with these guys. I think there's a faster way to shield. I keep going the long way around. Oh no, I lost. Okay, what do we got? Oh, he wrecked me.
What'd he send?
I ran into his black. It was Big Chungus's black. Shield of Light, Broken Fortress. Oh, sweet. I got a fucking replay. All right, sweet.
He did Broken Fortress on your plasma?
Sweet. I needed a BF replay. Thank you.
Okay, what did he? He did Broken Fortress against your what?
um, oh, against my plasma.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing it now.
Yeah. Let's see
Son of
what
a
see what
bitch.
it looks like.
Son of a bitch.
These guys are
Yeah,
like
that is.
no balls. Like, dude, you guys will zero me in like 7 seconds. Yeah, you're right. No balls. I'm not gonna sit here
Yeah.
unshielded. I'll attack you if you let me, but I'm gonna let you attack me. That's
You
funny.
see him in the chat. He said, "Ooh, smoked you like a sausage. What a jerk." All right, after you guys. Of course, we knew about the DR against plasma. We knew about that. Come on now.
How
The
come?
infantry.
Oh, you know what? The Broken Fortress didn't let him take any damage from the plasma bomb. That's cool.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's a counter because they saw what you were doing on stream and they countered you because they're jerks. They're
Damn.
jerks.
Damn, that's a great combo.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you, bro. When you come back to the game, know the difference now. The difference is literally like, look, I had the conversation with you earlier today. We said, what's going to be the deciding factor between two black players, same gear, same leadership? No, I'm sorry, not the same gear, but like same leadership, same money invested. What's going to be the difference? It's going to be items. It's going to be the black that has broken fortress.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Dude,
that's just where the game is right now.
Dude, this is crazy. I have 1.7 billion metacrystals, and it's only costing me 6.7 million to heal 168, and I lost 300. This is awesome.
Cassidy.
Dude, Cassitan, I haven't really PvP'd much.
No, but just know on server side it's more.
Oh, I'm sure.
Cassidy, yeah, Cassidy has like if you were to click on that little Cassidy map, there's like, bro, there's like a whole damn near play catalog that at different hours, at different times, there's weather, there's storm swees, and all this nonsense going on, man. I wish they would just actually add the weather effect on the map. Do you agree, Mel?
It is on the map. Oh, you mean like change the
visually?
Yeah.
Visually.
That'll never.
That would be awesome.
So let me think about this for a second. If I want to march on them again, I need to get around Broken Fortress, which I'm sure this question's been asked 1,000 times. Broken Fortress means that
until they go, they have 100% damage reduction.
So I have to I basically have to risk a hit.
Yeah, you have to survive one round. Every troop slot. So even when you get, and I think after the first round it goes away, so that you can actually hit the back slot when you get to it. But either way, you have to survive the initial stuff. But I think the true question is here is check his fourth skill. What is he running?
Fourth skill.
The black. Yeah. What's his fourth skill?
Crush.
Crush.
Yeah.
That's for a guaranteed hit.
Yeah.
This is why you need Kane. Turn that off. Throw on a dot set, and you will whoop him. Promise you.
Yeah, fight Canes.
Yeah, because you would turn off his fourth slot. I mean, you would turn off his fourth weapon, and this is where Gilly comes back in. Don't think you have to drop your Gilly. She's the ultimate utility disabled commander. You want to throw during this weekend that comes up. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You lost $200 in a parking lot, or it went to Arca War. Either way, we don't remember. But you had got Canes for your Gilly. You know.
Wait, no, I lost you. Damn, sorry.
No, I was kind of giving you an excuse how you could say that you paid for Canes on Gilly was saying that you lost $200 in the parking lot if your wife asked. Oh. Like, I was in the parking lot, I lost $200. Meanwhile, in Arca War, so we got Canes, boys. Like, you know what I mean? That's the transition right there. Because basically every weekend right now, all you got to do is the guild mobilization, and it gives you 5 pieces.
All right, hold up. I got to go to the bathroom.
Oh, my bad, player. But chat, how's it going? I'm going to give a shout out to everybody in the chat real quick. Again, I want to shout everybody in the chat. Keep sharing the stream. I see we have more people now. Kyla, bruh, I want to give you a shout out, Tommy. I see you here in the chat. I see Tiago, what's going on, bro? Daniel C. East, what's going on? Vision, what's going on? Resistance 828, Resistance 928, what's going on, bro? Lojack, again, brother. Flame, dude, you're becoming a fan, a favorite, a frequent favorite, I should say. Daniel C. East, what's going on? Chris, I see you here in the chat again with your 7 mil arc. Outlaw, I see you here. Aries, what's going on, bro? What's up to everybody in chat? Was that Regal Book? What's going on, bro? I'm seeing you guys here in the chat. The stream is lit. Arc of War is back. Melt's back. RP, if you're still there, brother, I see you too.
I gotta do something, Helly Belly. I gotta do something, honey.
No,
All
you
right.
can't come in my room.
Tony, I see you in the chat. Green Cheese, Krager, Jack, I see
I'm
you.
back.
803 MTV, I see you. Daniel East Coast, I see y'all boys.
6 million.
Mel, you back?
I am.
Oh, okay. My bad. I was just,
Yeah.
showing the chat that love, keeping things lively.
Appreciate it. I got an idea.
Take the floor, brother. What you think? And yes, that's Full Mahal that you were looking at there a second ago. That's the universal way that everybody's blowing through damage reduction. That blue top piece, 10% damage reduction, true damage. And remember, Comet Cesar has true damage too.
All right. So you're telling me,
Yeah.
Cassitan now, the way it is, I can full march 630,000 leadership tier 12 straight into somebody and pay a couple million crystals, which I have a billion of.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, you don't remember, I think it was like last time you streamed, the first or second time you streamed, I told you in the chat, people are literally playing the game only for Cassidy sometimes. Not even
I'm gonna
PC.
full march this guy. I'm
Oh,
just
you
gonna
full march him?
auto full march him with my ghillie, everything at him. Fuck it, YOLO,
Go
dude.
for it.
Hope my hospital's big enough.
Yeah, put it to 800. Make sure it's the second.
Oh, I lost.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is gonna be a brutal one. All right, let's do it. Let's see the repair bill. I'm clipping this for YouTube. Oh man, this is gonna
What
be
did he
bad.
beat you with? What did he beat you with? bro?
Let's. Oh, I don't know. I killed something though. Oh, look at that hospital.
Holy shit.
All right, let's see what the
Holy
max Q is. 49 days to heal.
Oh, I'm seeing it now. You're Gilly lost. I'm seeing it now.
Wait, 2.2 billion to heal. But do you still want to heal them? Cancel. All right, now instead of paying 2 billion to heal, I just go up to Paraloper. I go to heal. 200 million for this stack. 135 million for this stack. And I still have 1.4 billion crystals left.
That's why Cassidy is that fucking event, man.
Oh, look how wrecked I got.
Yo, check the leaderboard. Cassidy is like a big event. It has its own leaderboard on like who killed what.
Oh, okay. Holy shit, that's hilarious. I got wrecked so hard. All right, I'm gonna watch it. All right, hold on, let's watch it.
That's pretty.
I'm surprised I didn't one shot more. Let's see what happened. All right, let's see what happened.
Oh, he sent the Ryan. He beat you. Oh, he beat you with the Ryan.
Oh,
That's
he beat
fucking
me.
gay.
Look, it wasn't even full march. Heroic charge level 60. What is that? Constellation Blessing, Hyperspace, Miss. Okay, I got some dodge there. Nonviolent Resistance, Andromeda. Oh my god, I didn't even one shot his slot. Oh, how hilarious. My tear space.
But he had better gear, man. He's like all 40 and 45, man. Come on now.
Oh, I'm sure his research is decked out too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I didn't even one shot his tier 2. That's crazy. I should have one slot.
Yeah, no. Had he been like around similar research, I think he would have definitely done a lot better. Similar research, bring the gear down, the gear level a little bit.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, I literally just lost my entire army to tier 2. That's how far behind I am in the meta. He didn't have any high tier.
Nah, don't say that to yourself, bro. Come on.
It wouldn't have mattered
You
if I
gotta
had tier
understand
suppression. I wouldn't have mattered if I had tier suppression either, because it's Reinhardt's Thorns that's killing me. But at least I don't have to like refinance my house to heal my troops.
Yeah, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What if actually we just start running infantry with Walker, bro? What if we just start running infantry with a Walker sub-troop at tier 11 and just put steam cannon on our boys?
Yeah, we could.
Just flat out, bro. Just steam cannon. Because at that point, look, steam cannon with tier suppression, where's his damage coming from? Because it's not going to be Thorns. It's going to be steam cannon off.
That
Thorns
is
is the one that's hitting through the damage. Thorns is the one that's hitting through tier suppression.
Tier 2 wrecked T12 handedly.
Yeah.
Holy shit. That is insane.
But how much leadership did he have?
Max. Yeah. Yeah, he had max.
Damn. Okay.
I mean, I'm not really sweating it. I'm just thinking, if I do it again,
But check the leaderboards, bro. I want to see like the points on that. Cassidy is like kill event. It has its own leaderboards and shit.
Oh, I'm sure he got a huge amount off me, but I'm not even max. I'm like a third of max. So it's under points rank. I mean, I got moved up. Right on.
You're looking at the Caspian expedition point thing, right? The rankings.
They just wait. Oh, that was the planet. Hold on. Let me put it on world chat.
No, you're brave though.
Wait, am I supposed to put it in planet or world? World chat?
It says it at the top. It says individual, it says guild, and then it says planet.
That's how
at the top.
You earn a title. Title, boys.
But no, Mel, I commend you for having the cojones to send that big ass march just now. Yeah, that was a big one.
Are you kidding me? I wanted to do that my whole life. I've never done that on Arc of War.
Oh my gosh.
Well, at least in galactic battles I could, but never on a server. Never had to. Dude, I didn't even. Once I realized how cheap it was, like when you start talking hundreds of millions and billions, it's really easy to miss a digit and screw yourself up. Like, so yeah, if my repair bill was instead of 200 million crystals and turned out to be 2 billion crystals, oh, I'd have been in trouble.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, that's good shit. I commend you also on having that mathematics on point on his. So you did math good on stream for once, right? That's the meme, right? Don't do math on stream.
That's it. Don't do math on stream. It never works. See,
but yeah, we got some good licks and we got some swings in.
My plasma did work. That seems to always be the story on this account.
Yeah, I'm telling you, think your plasma can do even more. Go read. Did you really read Quantum Module, bro? That penetration with remember, penetration does better on tier 12 and tier 12 troops because of the base defense is so damn high. So if you did good on those troops with attack gear, are you following me, Mel?
Yeah, I know. I'm with you.
You could have done how much better with pen gear? Stop. 400% on top of that pen gear is where your plasma damage would have landed. You know, that's a lot of damage, man. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to build, the quantum module with 2 wild roses and the assault pants. It's a die. It's a die for infantry. Because do you remember those replays, bro? With like Dragon Slayers would like one shot a whole plasma, but he had on the correct pen gear and blew up the Dragon Slayer back.
Did penetration work with plasma bomb? I don't think so.
Yes. That's why it's literally on his skill. It's literally on his weapon, his unique weapon.
Oh. I wondered, was that discovered before I left? Or after?
I think his weapon came out after. His weapon came out after.
No, I mean that concept. Like, did we know about that before that?
Well, the theory was that, you know, you kind of balance it with HP and damage, you know?
Yeah.
To get like the right balloon damage, kind of call it. But at the end of the day, I think it was like the troops at tier 12 had so much base stats that everybody just went HP, I think. I mean, attack. No?
Yeah, no, that was it. I just wondered if that was like a thing we figured out before.
I'm not sure, brother, but we hey, who figured it out, we don't know, but I'm saying you did great and you could do better.
Yeah.
That's just all I was getting at. Like, so when you see your boy Plasma, just know that he's still a utility comp for attack comps. Now, if you run into a Walker player, just remember it's definitely going to be different. You're going to be looking at the meta a lot different. Remember the last time you ran into Elf versus this time you run into Elf, it's going to be different.
I mean, should I just run plasma into him again?
You're gonna become a plasma addict. Don't be like that one arc. You remember that you interviewed that literally was a plasma man? Dude had like 400,000 viewership on a plasma.
I remember that. I do remember that. I do remember that.
Bro.
All right, let me see if I can.
Gilly's still a hitter too. If you ask me personally, what I made from infantry, it's Gilly, mechanical puppet, plasma, and I'm telling you, bro, it's expensive, but mysterious warrior is low key gonna be very dangerous with skill triggers here. Telling you, man, he's gonna destroy the meta. But also status quo with think of it like this: if your skills trigger 10 times. Any Walker commander will go 100% damage reduction. If you skill trigger 10 times. So, just throwing that information out there. Maybe the chat's gonna catch that. Maybe some, Walker players, man. This is like
one.
You got one?
I'm doing a double march.
All right, running. I'm seeing it on stream. I see you sent the Dragon Slayer first.
Yeah. I just wanted to see what if he still had that Reinhardt there, and I had a Dragon Slayer bomb. See if I can get through. I just didn't want to announce it on the stream in case they were watching. Oh, I got unlucky.
Yeah. I saw the Dragon Slayer lost.
Oh, I got so unlucky. Okay. I got Swede. Oh, he totally wrecked me with Swede because I didn't check because I'm a dummy.
You gotta soften them. You gotta remember, and you gotta take first strike. Remember, you want to get first strike.
Yeah. I sent the plasma first.
Oh, okay, perfect. 4 seconds delay, right? It's like 4 second delay after the first strike. I mean, after you send the first march, I'm watching it now.
Yeah, I sent it right after.
Yeah, freaking Hancock 40 here.
Look at this. It costs nothing to heal, man. It's like 10 million crystals. I got billions. It's like 200 gold to heal the commander. This is awesome, dude.
Yeah. Remember, when you go to the server side, it's going to go back to that regular shit, so have fun while you're out here.
Better start the heal before I go, yeah.
Oh, also, did you know that you looked at the resource pots, right? Like, it's, some of these resource points give like 9 million resources.
Yeah. So I want to see what I did here. Preemptive pops off, Walker Awakening, so he's swinging me all the way through. Do I have resistance weakened on? I don't think I do. I agree. Alright, so he kills my tier 1, doesn't do anything there. Crushing blow. Oh, my tier 12 tear space probably gets him. Yeah, he absorbs that, and then the tear space breaks through. Gotcha.
You see, bro. All right, you see that Hancock replay that you just had?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna tell you something that this can probably just be in the back of your mind. You're gonna be like, damn. Once again, devs, we need that, bro. Absolute tier suppression. You know what it does? Oh, what happened, Mel?
No, just there's a lot going on. Sorry, there's a
No, go ahead. What happened, bro? What happened?
just people talking shit in world chat. Mel, you need a new advisor. They're talking shit. I don't know if it's the advisor or my guild. I got Swede pretty hard there, man. Yeah. Little does he know is I have walkers. So if I'm him. Oh, let's see. Now, see, everyone wants to get on the action. They're. It's like if people are piling up on him. All right.
You need to know. Yeah, I used to jump in the chat right now, bro. What you running, man? What you running, bro? I'm just actually, I've given advice on nothing but solid advice. They're just talking nonsense. It's all good.
Nah, no one's talking trash. No, I'm just making bad moves and people are making fun of me. Well, that's the thing. It's like, I'm just blind marching. At the end of the day, I'm just blind marching, baby. I'm just.
Yeah, you don't even have a weenie set up right now to like go ahead and inspect what you're about to be.
No, I mean I'm March shield. I have no doubt that these guys, given like 2 seconds of lag, can absolutely wreck me. I figure I have about 6 seconds at most between each march.
But that's them, bro. The people be slacking.
You know what, man? I'm kind of like thinking maybe I should I just burned through all these Paraloper crystals. I've got a 1.3 billion. I could full march again and like still have like 700 million.
It just turned into a PvP stream, boys.
All right, all right, all right, all right. For the record, I actually want to join this guild.
Which one?
Yeah, someone invited me from First to join. Was it? I don't
Damn,
remember.
yeah. First, they're killing it this casting. They own the whole thing.
Oh, that's
You
right.
could
They're
actually-
like new up and comers, kind of like not using the old ships. I don't know what I mean by the old ships, but there are a lot of crafty players, a lot of smart players.
That's what's up.
Yeah. No, this would be a really good guild to be a part of. Active and have all the current meta, and I'm sure they're trying all kinds of stuff. Question is what am I gonna run into Sasuke next? That's the question.
Well, what did he beat you with so far? Like, let's do like that damage report for the viewers also. A battle report. What did we face? We fought a Sister Wolf. We fought a Reinhardt, right?
That's right. We have Sister Wolf, Reinhardt, Hancock,
And a Hancock. Yeah.
and a Black.
Oh yes, we did fight a Black.
I got a Black under my belt.
Mhm.
I'll do
So
a recap
Black-
at the end, but I think I want to send something at them they haven't seen in a while.
Yeah, that's what we need to do because they're
All right.
watching the stream and saying to themselves, we know he's throwing that plasma. He getting sweet with the plasma.
No, I know what I'm sending. Something they haven't seen in a long time.
Something with some damage reduction. But no, let me stop.
Yeah, no, I am. That's a good idea. It's going to be Rogers with full T10 dodge troops.
Dude, you have a crush on Rogers, bro. Ain't nobody playing Rogers. Go ahead, do it though. I want to see if you know
Nah,
something.
I wouldn't dare. I wouldn't dare.
Do it though. Yeah,
Just do it. Just do it anyway. See what happens.
Hell yeah. I like that Valkyrie, the Valkyrie Titan. It's always a good combo.
Valkyrie Titan. Yeah. Valkyrie was it Valkyrie? What's the headpiece with all the HP on it? I think it's crazy.
Yeah, that's Valkyrie. Yeah, that's Valkyrie.
All right. I can't be doing none of that. Let me see. What's my Black at? Oh, my Black's level 1. Get out of here.
I'm telling you, slow will raise a mechanical puppet, bro. You will not regret it.
Oh, I will once she comes around.
Okay. Oh yeah, that is true. That's true. You didn't catch it. Yo, the last there was an event, man. You had just missed it. Probably like 2 months before you came back. There was an event for the Paraloper for free, or like it was like an event item they gave you for free, and if you just stacked a free item up for logging in, you got what is it? The crab.
The crab.
You know that's what I'm talking.
Dominion.
Yeah, the giant winged crab in the Paraloper, the one that
yeah.
basically reduces. What it says is when losing a battle, decrease the number of massacred soldiers by like 52%. So imagine you had that bad boy on right now during Cassidon. You would literally, when you would lose half as much troops.
I wonder if I should be healing my troops with the Vector Electric Ray.
Yeah.
I don't even have that.
Oh, okay. But yeah, that's usually how it works. You know, there's one of right after when the battle happens, and then there's after the battle, healing, recovering in the bay. There's one that's like if you recover over 20,000, the efficiency on the resources increases by 50%. So stuff like that. Yeah, you're looking at it right now. Matter of fact, I'm sorry.
Do I have the good one on? Oh, I see.
Yeah, but just know that they're giving these out. There was an event that literally gave the best one out, which is the big wing crab one, and they're just giving those out like with an item that you get by logging in. So when that comes around. But yeah, Mel, it's getting late for your boy over here, man. I'm probably
All right,
gonna have to
one
slide,
more
my
march.
G. What's up?
One more march.
Oh, okay, I'm here with you. One more march. Let's do it.
All right, we'll do one more march. It'll be a plasma bomb with resistance
Oh
weekend.
my god. My
It's gotta
god,
be,
bro.
it's gotta be.
Dude, I turned you into a plasma fanboy. Dude, Gilly's still good. Stella's still good. You don't sleep. But I'm with whatever you're down for, bro. Run it.
Enormous damage reduction now. Okay, I was able to get a few off of his mechanical puppet. Ah, sweet. Okay. It's so funny because I put all the damage or all the resistance weaken gear on. And of course they changed it. They're not going to leave a sweet march, you know. But like at the same time, I have to put resistance weaken gear on because I'm still running only infantry. So here we go. Oh, he blasted right through me. Oh. All right, well, we got some points. I only lost 100 of them.
Damn, he has the mechanical puppet weapon, dude. 45 gear. Goddamn, Tangling. Jesus Christ.
I could have snuck through that one.
You know, Beetlejuice is actually really obtainable.
Beetlejuice? The pants?
Yeah, the pants. Yeah. It's a lot easier to get. Yeah, he went right through.
All right, man. If you got to take off, that's cool. I'm gonna do a little more PvP. I got one more march in me.
All right, for sure. But yeah, I'm out of there, homie. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Guys,
to the stream.
check out Reggie's
awesome.
YouTube channel. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, what's up? You want me to go ahead and
plug it
shout
away.
outs to the channel? Okay, yeah. Guys, if you're watching, man, you know, ReginaldusGaming. I'm gonna say what's up. Follow me in the chat. But yeah, guys, follow me. Follow Melt, like, subscribe. You know, we're trying to bring Arc of War back on this second wave. We're gonna have a ton of new players. Melt's covering the end game. I'm covering the early player end game mentality. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. I think the collaboration's amazing. Everybody's you know, working together at each other's paces, open minds. I see people in the chat giving us replays. You know, I'm shouting you guys out because I love the love that you're showing us by being here and also feeding into it by giving us the replays. So shout outs to everybody in the chat once again. Shout outs to Melt for having me here and making another banger.
Oh, I got wrecked again.
Oh, fuck. But all right, boys.
I didn't lose any troops, though.
Okay. And I'm gonna say peace out in some old-fashioned way that you would do it. I would say peace, but all we know is war.
That's right. Later, man. Peace is bad for business. All right, that was fun. Reginald just is a good man. He's good people, man. You guys, if you like what I do on the channel, you know, I do have a lot of faith in him, man. He's got good knowledge, good understanding. He's got the passion. He's got the skills to do what I do here and really take over the reins or at least build off in his own direction. Oh, shit, I'm all autofocus. I got to change the autofocus. Oh, well. But, yeah, no, he's been awesome. He's been really helping me get back into this, and him and a lot of other people too. I don't want to discredit other people by saying too much, but yeah, check him out. I put his links in the comment below. All right, I gotta fix my camera. There we go. All right, let's watch that replay again. Dude, I'm just getting beat by everything. Let's see. I wonder if I should have. I was afraid of putting a tier 1 troop in that first slot because a Dragon Slayer, and I'd rather dodge if I could, in case they're Broken Fortress. Yeah, I wrecked that tier 1 Seagull. Man, it's like they were set up for that. Oh my slot. That was like the perfect counter to what I did. And I'm pretty sure my stream is far enough behind they didn't see it coming, which is like even more embarrassing because I know they could stream snipe, which is fine, but I'm pretty sure that was just luck on their part. Spilled the dodge ghillie? Yeah, dude, I basically have a dodge ghillie. If you look at my ghillie, I mean, it's just old gear, you know? Void, and then dodge in my gems. Some HP. It's because I think this was like part of my plasma gear back in the day. But yeah, it's like an old world, early T12 build. Right before the tear space meta really took over. Alright, guys. Alright, I do have to get back to my normal life. My kids are awake now, so I'm gonna go play with my babies. Guys, it's been a pleasure. Sorry I didn't give you as many crystals to spend. Maybe next time. Maybe. Oh, don't want to spell that. And as far as yeah, as far as the stream go, guys, let's wrap it up. And if you didn't catch the early part of the stream, there's still just so much going on with trying to get 7 Pirates back on board to promote this channel. I don't want to do Patreon again. I don't want to lean on the community to do it. I've done it before, and you know, it was fine for when I did it, but I really don't think the players should be funding a channel. I think the developers should be interested in promoting not just my channel. I think they should be promoting their own channel and getting multiple content creators to make professional grade videos, to announce their new commanders, to celebrate the artwork and the new patch. I think they should be pushing channels that specifically do news for Arc of War. Or, you know, I tried to do it all in one, and it was kind of a lot. And not being paid for it and doing it was, it's just not worth my time. Like, at the end of the day, like, what is your time worth? Like, well, everyone has a job, everyone has a wage, or everyone has some kind of, this is what my time is worth. Well, I have kids now. I want to spend time with my kids, you know? And it's not like Arc of War was paying the bills. So if I could work out some of Seven Pirates, I'd love to, but I'm not too hopeful about it. So I don't know what that's going to look like in the future. I'm not too optimistic. I don't want to like bum everyone out, but Reggie's here. Yoda DeWise is here. I'm still here for now. So jump on Arc of War, crush your enemies, and enjoy those big repair bills. That's what we do. So thanks everyone for coming. Regal Brooks talking about peace in the Middle East. It's never going to happen. And Lojack says, what's the plugin on my Rogers? I'll get a few more things in chat here and then I'll wrap it up. What was the plugin on my Rogers? Was it preemptive? No. I don't think I had a plugin on my Rogers. I might have. Let me see. Where are you, Rogers? No, I don't think I have it. All right, guys. Aries, I'll see you later. Thanks for kicking it. ARP, you too. All right. Guys that were in first watching the stream and battling it out with me, thanks for doing that. Thanks for not shielding up. Thanks for risking high troops, low troops, risking it all. I appreciate you. All right, that was fun. Guys, have a good night. I'm out of here. Outlaw, one more attack. Just send a full march. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow, man. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow.